Howdy, folks! How are y'all doing? My name is Reese, and welcome back to Clair Obscur Expedition 33, the live streaming adventure, where today we should be live across all of the platforms. We got Lucas coming in, wishing me a happy Father's Day. I appreciate that so much, Lucas, and same to you. Hope you're having a great one. I'm looking forward to going over and spending some time with my own father. We're doing a cookout and the whole thing. Should be a great time. But until then, I figured we might as well get cracking in this fantastic game yet again. We were pretty close to the Paintress last time, but according to Fanto, we had about another hour to go. We went ahead and called it, and I said, we'll come back to this tomorrow. Well, today is tomorrow! And what is today but yesterday's tomorrow? And what is tomorrow but today's yesterday? No, that's incorrect. Yeah, that's completely wrong. Also, we may or may not be streaming vertically on the Howdy Folks gaming channel. Nick looks like he's just tuned into that. Let me know how it looks. Let me know how it sounds. Is there audio? Incorrect. Yeah, it sounds like there is. So the point of this is that we're going to be transitioning to, to streaming on the Howdy Folks gaming channel. We've already started Stellar Blade over there. And I figured I want to finish this game here where I started it, Howdy Folks LP. But vertical streams are apparently quite popular on YouTube right now. You might see them when you're scrolling through. They show up in your shorts feed. And I thought, well, we'll go ahead and do that, and we'll have that on the Howdy Folks gaming channel for the next, 2 or 3 remaining streams with this game. And then we'll transition into having, I guess, a regular stream and a vertical stream on the Howdy Folks gaming channel if this goes well. Nick says he can hear me fine, which is what I want to hear. Lucas says that he can hear me fine, which is great, and also what I want to hear. Yeah, so about the vertical stream, if you're watching this in the vertical stream like Nick is, I'm not sure about the layout, right? Like, you're looking at a tiny sliver of the game right now, and then this weird widescreen me at the top. I threw this together very quick, okay? I was very quick about trying to piece this together and just have it functional. And I'm sure this is not the best layout for it. What would probably be better is if I shrunk the game down, and that way you could see more of the screen as opposed to this tiny little nugget that you're getting. Although, I guess the important beats are in there, right? Like when we run, characters should be kind of centered up on the screen. We'll see how it goes. But maybe shrink the game so you see more of it and then move the webcam above it. I need to actually look up what other people are doing. Like, what is the current meta for vertical streams before we, lock in on anything. And I don't know, maybe the current meta sucks and we're revolutionizing something new here. Lucas hates it. It's more for discovery than anything else. You can go and, right now you have to go to a completely different channel to find the normal 16:9 live stream, but in the future, the idea is that you can, if you're scrolling through and you discover the stream, just go to the channel, you can watch the regular sized one. We're not doing that yet. But anyway, I've delayed enough. Here we are inside of the monument, where the Paintress resides, presumably. We just saw her outside. We tried aggressively attacking her toes in the last stream, and she was not here for it. She didn't care. And there was a magical teleportation inside of the monument, and it's full of monsters and painting frames. And we're just going to continue on where we left off last time. Now, I already fought this guy, and I'm not going to fight him again. I'm just going to slip behind him here and see what we can accomplish by running this way. Oh, heavens. Okay, well, I think it was that thing, and it's coming at me fast! Goodness me! It just sounds very angry. Now, I've got to try to actually keep in mind, for the vertical viewers, what is and is not in frame. So right now, you just see, a sliver of a girl, which is, again, it's kind of funny. I'm kind of loving this a little bit. All right, let's see what we can do here. I've already forgotten exactly what the layout for these guys was. We got Flying Guy, we got Regular Dude, and we've got Spearman. There we go. So we should continue shooting this guy until he's dead, but I don't want to waste all of her really good attacks like that. So we're going to transition towards attacking this guy.
Precision.
Lovely. She always shouts precision before she just brutally whacks people with a hammer. It's the same thing I do when I've got a nail to drive in, and I just yell, precision! And she starts crushing my own fingers. It doesn't help. No matter how many times you shout it, it doesn't make it so tragically. Alright, so we should have enough shots to theoretically take this guy down. No, you know what? He's very powerful. We're not going to waste any more shots on that. It's a hard road to choose, but I think we're going to go trying to attack this guy here. Yeah, basically take him out in one go. What about you? How much power do you deliver when you take a shot at a guy? Not a lot. Not a lot. That guy might... So the reason we're shooting him is because if we go up and try to physically whack him, he's going to just dodge out of the way. It's a waste of time. You pretty much have to shoot him. There's a chance, I don't know what the statistics are, that you might hit him. I think it might require a crit in order to actually land the hit, or it might be a completely different set of circumstances and numbers and calculations. I don't know. What I do know is that we're queued up right now to do whatever we want to and have it deal massive damage. Have we determined yet that a Stalactite Punch is not effective against these fellas? I know that there was a previous region we explored. No, that's actually his weakness. Oh, well then that's the move. That's the meta moving forward. Beat them with ice. Now we just have to deal with whatever this guy's going to do. And we did not at all in any way actually adequately deal with it. We just got hit is what we did. We're going to take a shot and try to hit this guy, because if we hit him with this, it'll kill him. But as you can see, he just dodges it. We would have been much better off, like... Oh, let's go! Oh, and we take him out with the parry like a boss! Let's go. It's very loud. If you're wondering why I'm yelling, it's because the audio is so loud in my ears. I feel like I have to shout to hear over it, which is not how that works. The audio will just be quieter for you than it is for me, because I've got it set to be so. So there's no actual requirement for me to shout. It's just I'm conditioned to do it for some reason. I couldn't tell you why. Okay, back into the world of exploration we go. That guy's kind of creepy. He's very tall as well. The thing is, we've learned that not everyone is going to go out of their way to come and get you. Like, normally when you hear that ticking sound, that means that they've locked onto you and they're going to try to come consume your soul. But generally, you can evade them and avoid them. But I kind of don't want to. I feel like we should fight them. We get levels from it, and typically we get decent drops. Like, sometimes they give you... Even regular guys wandering around will give you, like, big weapon upgrades sometimes. We do want to initiate the combat throw, though, so we get the advantage. This is an Eviku, who apparently gets to go first. He's casting a spell.
Not impressed.
Okay, you know what? We dodged one of those attacks, and that's what counts. We'll shoot him in his glowing heart. Which, did that actually land? Yes. He's still got a shield up, though. We actually have an ability on Mael that'll immediately take out all of their shields, but then we don't get to do a big attack. Sometimes, if they don't have a whole lot of shielding, it's more advantageous to just shoot the shields away and then do one of your big attacks. I'm saying all of this in case anyone is watching who has not been watching the last, like, 7 streams where we developed this meta. Wait, what did he just do? I didn't even catch what he did. Did he just, like, howl at the sun? I was talking and not paying attention to the game, something that I am prone to do to my own detriment on many occasions. So far, he doesn't seem like that tough of a guy. He seems like a bit of a chump, and he's summoning minions. He's also got a glowing heart has returned. I don't know if shooting it again. No, it's gone. All right. I think it's gone. Well, hold on. We could take a second here and do this. I think we probably, even if we defeat him, have to take down his minions as well, which is unfortunate. Let's see if he's also weak to ice. Yeah, everything here is weak to ice attacks. See, now if I was in any way like clever, I would take advantage of this by switching everyone over to ice-based attacks, right? And then everyone would be weak to us, and we'd be able to just steamroll the entire game. I won't do that, though, because it would require me to go into the setup and change things, and I'm just not going to. Tragically, at the end of the day, if it comes down to having to change things or leave things the way they are, I'm just going to leave them the way they are. Carry on with my life. So, on we go to piercing this guy with what can be... See, the problem with that attack is that it hits our current maximum damage, 9,999. Yep, way too early on that. So I don't know how we're supposed to break the current barrier of 9,999. I feel like we could be doing a whole lot more damage, though. Oof, and he's dead. That's all right. He'll come back. It's all right. Death is like only a temporary sort of an issue in this game. This guy's somehow become more sturdy. It feels like he's taking less damage. Now, you might be wondering, Reese, why don't you go ahead and res your friend there? See, I don't care.
Careful. He's building up chroma.
Oh, no, he's enraged. Well, he's also ready to be broken, though. Nope, did it again. Exact same thing. Oh, he's charged up. What exactly does that mean, that he is charged up? Do I need to shoot him in his little glowy heart? Hold on, how many AP do we have? We have 6 AP? That's fine. Can I hit him through his hand? Okay, well that didn't really do anything. That was a waste of time. What I was going to do was breaking rules. Just shatter all of his shields. Yeah, no, I see that he's charges up. I can see that. Is this a problem? The thing is almost dead is the thing, right? Like, he's almost gone. We're so close to just ending this. No, wait, why your turn again? We need Verso to go. Okay, no, this is fine. Catch him on fire.
On me.
Okay, here we go. Now we're going to break him. No! Okay, hold on. We can do a basic attack first. And actually, let's basic attack this thing just to get it out of the way. Now we should have the AP necessary. And if this doesn't, like, immediately kill him, it's one of my heaviest attacks. It ought to. Yeah, I was going to say, it'll at least break him, which means that whatever he was going to do, he can't do. And also, he's on fire, so he just dies immediately. It's convenient all the way around, and we got a new healing tent for it, which is nice. Or it might have not even been a healing tent. It might have been a buff to healing tents. I wasn't paying enough attention to know one way or the other. Fortunately, Minoko is back from dead. He's back from the dead. Back from dead. You know, the location. He's probably got 1 HP, though, so we'll need to look at healing him at some point. Was there really nothing over here? The whole reason for going over here was that it seemed like it wasn't the correct path, and that it would therefore lead to some cool hidden secrets or a mime or something. But in fact, no, it has led to nothing. Other than just these frozen bodies. But they're not even, like, surrounding anything. Was it all just, like, a challenging combat encounter waiting over here? Was it just fighting that guy? Was the only reason that that trail existed? And now we're just going to have to circle back. Like, this is where we would have ended up anyway. I see these guys chasing me. Oh my gosh, it's a split man! Okay, we saw a gigantic split man at the beginning of the game. It's finally come full circle. Minoko is just, like, up in their midst right now. He's not keeping up with the party, probably owing to the fact that he's about to die. He's got 1 HP. God bless his soul. How far will these guys chase me? Will they chase me all the way back up there to that other guy that we bypassed earlier? And we have to fight all of them? I don't think so. I don't think guys on the ground will combine to form super parties. I don't know if we've ever fought a split man. If we have, I certainly didn't realize it, because I would have commented on it. Because that's interesting to me, that he is split in two. I would like to know how he got into that position, although I suppose we probably never will know, as the game has not been willing to give us answers as to how it's ended up in the state that it is currently. My goal right now is to kill him before he has a chance to do anything, and it really doesn't seem like that's going to happen. He seems to be quite sturdy. Yeah, and the bad part is we're going to get to Minoko here, who is almost dead. He's got 1 HP, because he did die last time. And I've got to determine what to do with him now. We can either use a potion to basically completely heal him, or maybe even completely heal him. Or we can use his heal ability that'll apply regen. We're not on the correct mask, sadly. Hold on, what is that? That costs 5, and that costs 2, and we have... I can't see how much. We have 6. Might we get an additional by doing... Oh, hold on. We're gonna try something here. We're gonna attempt to do a thing. Because we can do the Best Wind. No, I don't think we're getting an AP out of doing that. I was going to say it's also going to rotate the thing around, such that we will be able to do this, but we're not going to be on the blues. The reason I wanted to be on... Oh, you can't see that if you're on the vertical stream. If we can get him on the blue, on the Bestial Wheel, we could have also gotten 40% health recovery. So now it's just, do we apply regen? Well, everyone's health is bad. So even if he's not going to heal immediately, everyone's health is in a poor way, and as long as he doesn't take damage this turn, he will heal. And Mael is dead. Oh, perfect. Yeah, that's great. Glad that I dodged that. Don't protect your allies. You know darn well... So they probably just cast shield on them. Sorry, what? Well, the party is cooked. Everyone is dead. We probably should have taken a potion between rounds. You know, resurrect some people. Prevent that exact thing from happening. It's okay. It's all good. Oh, wait, what? I don't know why it didn't occur to me that we would immediately be attacked.
I'm ready.
Okay. That was long and drawn out for something that didn't ultimately do a whole lot other than, like, knock her health down to half. So I guess it did do something. Wait, we have a gradient charge. What does that do? What does Shadowbringer do? Yeah, go ahead. Not too bad. Not too shabby. I'm so bad at timing those. I feel like the sound is just slightly off of what I expect. Revitalize. Yeah, do that top... Well, actually, it's just your health that's affected right now. We can just do Healing Light on ourselves. Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. We just basically have to keep Lune alive until Sael... I think we might not make this one. I think we might not quite make it through this encounter. Just gonna throw that out there. I'm trying to actually, like, instead of dodge, actually do the parries on that. Trying to, like, basically practice the timing so that when we die, which we have, I'm also unplugging this controller because I'm tired of not being able to wiggle my arms around and exasperate in an exasperated fashion, right? And gesticulate as I talk. When we die, we're going to come back and hopefully have a better shot at this. So big guy here is already dead. We've already accomplished that. It's basically restarted us right after his combat encounter, which means that everyone's health is probably in a poor state. Yeah, everyone's not doing too well. That's our problem. We just needed to take an elixir. Hello, did we not take it? Can we take the elixir? Thank you, team. I don't think we've ever done it from that screen before. That's fun. All right, now we're ready. This time everyone is in the best state possible. We kind of understand what this guy's all about. Split face here. We get the first strike on him. We're going to open up exactly the same way we did before. Actually, we're going to do it a little bit differently. I'm going to spin Mael's first attack, defeating these guys. How many more do we have? We have 5 more shots. So everything Mael just did was all in the... was all to take out his... now he can't... there we go, words. He can no longer use his proxies to attack us, and him shielding them is no longer going to be an issue for us. We can use Spark to catch him on fire, and he'll take damage at the start of all of his turns, right? So that is going to be an epic boon to us as the fight progresses. Depending on how many turns we got, he might end up just dying from fire damage. We're already off to a much better start. We're off to a much better start indeed. And now we're going to find out whether or not he's weak to ice, because instead of worrying about healing Minoko, Minoko can just jump. Actually, if he had his Chalier combo, that would be the better move right now. But he doesn't. He doesn't. So we really need to boost his AP at the start of fights. That would be super convenient for me if he had way more AP at the beginning of every encounter. And no, I wasn't paying attention to whether or not that was his weakness. There we go. Okay, 1 out of 2 is not too bad. Especially because he's in a much worse state than he was before. He's currently burning. We don't have a gradient charge, so we'll do this little maneuver to get her back into virtuous stance. This is like such an easier fight this way. We have completely turned the tables on the fella and made this such an easier encounter for ourselves by just being intelligent and doing smart moves. Turns out that's all it takes. It's that simple sometimes. If you're wondering why I'm leaning back, I forgot to say this at the start of the stream. I used to have this screen with all of my, like, the chat logs and everything over here on this side of the screen, and OBS was on this side. And yesterday, after the stream, I finally got in the mail the super tall monitor mount. So now, camera, right there, chats are up there, but the light bar is in the way, so I gotta relocate the light bar. So every time I look at the chat, I have to go like, ooh, or ooh. And then OBS is over here. So if you're wondering where I'm looking off to now, hopefully that explains it. No one was asking. No one cared. Let's do this again so I can actually check and see, because I'm assuming we'll fight more of these guys. It doesn't look like it's specifically a weakness for him. It's doing a good deal of damage, though. And he burned to death. So yeah, catching him on fire was a great call. Highest damage was actually the max damage cap that we currently have. Would love to break it. Don't know how. Good job, everyone. Not going to go up there and fight that guy again. I don't think there's anything we could possibly need to retrieve from up here. It'd be kind of funny if there was just a little path off to one side that went deep into the mountains, and there was a little hidden object that turned out to be the best weapon in the game, or like another sexy swimsuit, because we haven't gotten one for Verso yet. We got one for all the gals, but not for Verso, right? Or something along those lines. And it just happens to be in that hallway that most people run past, and you have no way of knowing it's there unless you decide to double back. Oh. Yeah, this is the painter again.
Teaching her children to paint, huh?
Oh, yeah. So that's like little Verso and little his sister Mael, except I'm assuming that's not their names. That these are their proxies, or they're proxies for these two. Oh, there's 3 of them. Okay, that throws things off a little bit. I was only expecting there to be two kids. So we got 2 girls and a boy and a mom, and the whole house burned down. We're getting the sorrowful history of all this. We're getting the sad, sorrowful tale. Verso, you want to elaborate? Because I think he knows. Like, Verso knows what's going on. He's just not saying it for some reason. It has to all be a secret. I guess he's worried about shattering their illusions or something like that. Is the idea that we're all just living forever inside of a painting until something happens to end the artwork and into the suffering of the artist? That's my current theory, is that... Oh, okay, so we are... The previous region was meant to mirror the first region, because this region is, I guess, meant to mirror the floating waters. I'm going to posit one last time my theory for what I think is going on. I don't have all the details completely sorted, but my thought on the subject is that in the real world, right? So, there is a family that lives in this mansion, and they teach their family to paint, and Verso and Mael are somehow spiritual duplicates of these people living in this world. I think Gustav is probably also a part of it. And maybe even his sister, now that we know there's 2 girls and a boy. And a fire happened, most everyone died, at least one person survived. The reason the world is in chaos is that the art was either destroyed in anger as a part of the fire, but none of this is real. All of this story that we are watching is taking place actually on a canvas, like a painting. I don't know if any of that's true. I don't know if there's anything to that. But the reason they don't want to end it... I don't know what the countdown's about. I don't know. I feel like that's just something like that. Maybe not that exactly. But it's that sort of a story being told. And if I'm completely wrong, that's fine too. That's perfectly okay. I'm willing to be wrong. I'm just excited to see exactly what is going on around here. And that guy over there, what is he up to? We'll find out here in a second. So now we have moved on to, yeah, the floating waters. Is every sort of main region we've gone through going to be represented here, I wonder? Oh, Mael, that was embarrassing. Why did you miss that? Is this guy's glowing thing on his hand and I just never realized it? It looks like it was. Except he had shield up, so it didn't actually damage him any when I shot it. That's okay. Catch him on fire real good. Oh, can't hit him. Go for that guy.
You're outmatched. Time to strike.
Okay, lightning attacks are their weakness. Makes sense, underwater and all that. We have... Gosh darn it, we will never have enough AP to do this ability that hits up to 3 enemies, right? Or damages all enemies on the field. We've only ever had 3 at a time, I'm pretty sure. Can we just, like... I think we have to do a basic attack in order to end his turn. So let's just do that. And then maybe at the start of the next round, he'll be able to do something. Oh, baby! Nice! Beautiful! It's crazy to do max damage with things like counters and with fire.
Dance begins.
We gotta break that damage cap because I'm curious to see how much damage we can actually do with those. And we're not gonna find out for some time. I know that there's a way to break the damage counter because someone told me that at some point I would. I think it might have even been Fanto at one point told me I would. But didn't tell me when or how. So I'm assuming it just comes up as part of the story eventually, right? Like, we'll get there.
Let's carve a path.
think this is going to be it for our fella here. I don't think he's going to make it much longer than this. So that actually upgraded 2 of our weapons. Brulram and Krulram have both received upgrades. Let's go. Now, we saw somebody... Oh, it's a trader. See, I thought it was some kind of beast standing over here when we initially went into that. What have you got? What do you sell? Don't know how I got here. Quite a mystery. Tremors, ground starts floating, then bam, here I was, all by my lonesome. Would have been lonely too, nobody to talk to, except I'm quite an adept conversationalist. Yeah, I can talk enough for 2. That and scavenging odds and ends kept me quite busy. I'm a merchant after all. That's what merchant. What's a merchant with no wares? Up, but not many customers around here, though. Very few. None, in fact. That's why merchant. What's a merchant with no customers? Just a walking bit of storage, eh? But now you're here. You'll want to take a look. Yes, please. What have we got? So we've got a couple of additional weapons down here, which look like really just weapon upgrades. So, Frigaro and Verum. If stanceless base attack switches to offensive, so that's going to be for... But here's the thing, right? Like, I want to collect them from a sense of completion, but I'm never going to switch to these. Free aims shots spin the bestial wheel to a random value. Free aim shots deal... Okay, we are going to go ahead and buy that one. That one's from Minoko. We'll go ahead and get it. Should we spend 27 grand on a weapon I know I'm never going to use on my L? Yeah, you know what? We are. So that I never have to come back over here and collect it again in the future. We're also going to challenge this poor merchant to a combat encounter. This is what their species is all about, right? Like, culturally, they love a good, like, rough them up, a beat them up kind of a situation. So I'm perfectly content to come over here and beat him up and hopefully unlock something cool from him. But we'll let Mael do it, and maybe hopefully it'll be like a nice outfit for Mael or something, because she's been wearing this dress for a long time. That was an unexpected maneuver. That was great. We've never seen that out of one of these guys before. We'll catch him on fire because he's made of wood. Seems like it'll be effective. Yeah, he's going to burn now. Completely missed the timing on that one. I'm just going to switch to dodging, because we don't have to make it... Or, you know what? No, I was going to say, I'm going to try... Oh, no, I didn't expect a follow-up! Ah, darn you. I really wanted to get through this without taking any damage. Because normally these guys are bits of pushover. I guess he's the final region one, though. He's got the Eiffel Tower splintering away behind him in an explosion. Some kind of gravity-bending experience. What did we unlock? Woohoo! More duels, please. Yes, indeed. Yes, yes, you've definitely earned the right to shop my choicest goods. So we've unlocked the Enraging Cleanse. Dispel the first negative status effect received and gain 2 AP. Buy that. I have a feeling that's going to come in handy. Avenge my brothers for me, yeah? You know, you bet, buddy. We'll definitely be doing that here soon. Cool, well, Mael didn't die, is what matters, and we unlocked some cool stuff in the end. I wonder how extensive these areas are going to be, because we've gone through a bunch of different worlds, and if every world is represented as a segment of this level, we could be here for a very long time. Is there anything up here? Is there any reason to be up here? Is this the way we came in? Have I just done a circle? I feel like we might have. I feel like this is just leading back to where we came from. I'm going down here anyway. Yeah, black and white. Okay. Just wanted to double check. Because you never know when you might chance upon the secret passage that leads to a mime. I don't even know if there's going to be a mime around here. We've already got all the mime outfits. Although we don't have a mime outfit for Minoko, now that I think about it. So there might still be one out and about. The thing is, there's so many places you could hide paths along in here. Like, you kind of got to stop and look through every nook and cranny. I do see a flag up ahead, which suggests to me we're either entering the main area. Yeah. Okay. Or entering a different one. That explains why I was told it was going to take at least an hour to get through all of this, because there's just a little bit of every world tucked away inside of here. In fact, this looks, even more than the last area, like it was extracted from the floating waters world, with the big anchor in the middle and everything. Now, it might just be a consistent design aesthetic. I'm not saying this is actually a one-to-one with that level, but at least we know how to deal with these guys. And now that I know... Oh, his isn't on his hand. He doesn't seem to have one. The last guy had a glowy thing on his hand. I don't know why. Okay, so we're too late to do Fleer at Fury. In that case, we'll go ahead and do Spark on the big fella. If we're gonna get kicked out of Virtuous Stance for any attack, I'd rather it be that. I like that throughout these encounters in this region, occasionally you hear like what sounds like a sonar. There it is, right there. Almost had perfect timing on it as well. It adds a little. I think that's part of the soundtrack. It adds a nice little something to the underwater theme. Okay, go punch that guy. Hopefully Minoko will get another round where he can actually use his big attack that attacks everyone, or he'll die. Right? It's gonna be one of those two things. Wow. Okay. Well, Verso's almost dead.
Careful now.
Those attacks are so slow, you'd think I wouldn't have a problem with them. No, don't shield your allies. No, that's a nuisance. Don't do that. Oh, you son of a gun. Okay, well, we'll go ahead and do Swift Stride. Get her back in Virtuous. Verso, I kind of feel like we need to get him healed, is what we need to do. More than kind of anything else. So let's actually attack that guy. That'll get us enough AP to then boom, 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 boom. And then we can follow that up with like a perfect recovery, maybe. Yeah, let's do that.
That's better.
There we go. So he's not going to just instantly die. And now we can actually do our big attack. And because we're on a heavy mask, it'll actually do increased damage. And if we get crits, it'll do double damage to everyone in the field. Have we done this ability since we unlocked it? I think once, but there was only one guy left in the field. So this is the first time we're actually going to see what this is capable of. Very effective. Very good attack. The fire ought to kill this guy at the start of his next round. But we'll just go ahead and kill him. We might have wanted to actually drag that out a little longer so we could have healed Verso again and not have to waste a potion out of combat or another round at the start of the next encounter. But it doesn't actually matter. You know, he's fine. We made it through. So there's the flag, and we've got a path going up. Oh. I didn't notice this guy. Okay. Unexpected. I guess they get to go first.
Watch out, Mael.
Yep, nope, we're getting hit with each of those. So what's great about that is it also takes this guy's shields down. What I was going to say is it looks like there's a few different routes we can take. I want to make sure we don't miss anything along the way.
Let's carve a path.
Now they should be close to dead. We need to go ahead and shoot them now before he like shields them and they become a really big nuisance. That was actually a good opportunity to like not kill him and instead heal her and then let Minoko kill him, but whatever, that's fine. Everyone's health is getting progressively more and more whittled down, and I don't see that coming back to harm us in any sort of negative way in the future. Surely not. No, not at all. It's probably only going to be a problem when it's most inconvenient for me. I would imagine if this area is anything like the last area we passed through, this is going to end up being second to last encounter. There's going to be someone who represents something of like a sort of a mini-boss that we're going to come across. I hate these guys. They're so quick, and I'm really bad at dodging them. We're going to go ahead and take him out first. So much like we had that guy with the split head who was sort of like a little mini-boss at the end of that region, I reckon we're going to come across another one of those. Okay.
Let's carve a
So
path.
here's the thing. Mael needs healing. We can kill him. And then this guy, we can shoot him a few times. Get him good and weak. We don't want to actually kill him, though. Perfect. Then we can use a healing tent on her. Or on everyone, apparently. Oh, that's right, because Minoko has an ability where you heal one person, it also heals him a little bit. And he should be able to just walk up and whack this guy. No special attack required. And that's what you get when you think ahead, okay? That's why they call me a pro gamer, because I like to think 2 steps ahead. Is this a path? That's definitely the way out down there, and that's the sort of mini-boss we're going to have to face. I can tell already just from looking at it, that looks like a fearsome being. This looks like a great... Are we going black and white? Is this not going anywhere? Is this nothing? Oh. Intriguing. I see that guy down there. Now that makes me think that that's the way we want to progress. He looks like a big tough guy. That looks like a Burgeon. Those are typically a little more difficult to deal with than your average buffoon. Which is intriguing. Because I thought this would be the way out with that guy guarding. Yeah, he's another split head. There was another route, though. Up through here. See, what I'm trying to do right now is determine what way I need to go for the plot. So I can then avoid it. And do, like, some free-range exploration to make sure we leave no stones unturned. There's no reason for this to be here, apparently. There's just absolutely nothing up here. We have gained... This has just been a waste of time to explore this little area. Alright. Well, let's go ahead... We can go ahead and face Split Face here. We can go ahead and fight him, and if we start running that way and it goes black and white, we'll know. I'm thinking it's gonna be... This is gonna be the same encounter. I don't think this is going to be any different from the last one. I think this is going to be the exact same encounter here. It's not, because obviously he's got different fellas flanking him. But we want to defeat those two fellas so he's not constantly healing them, right? It's going to end up being the meta. So, shoot him in the face. Take down this guy's shields. And then... we want to catch him on fire, actually? No, let's do this. We'll do this out the gate. Lovely. Again, we're going to pick on these two guys to the side. We're going to take them out as quick as we can. We could actually finish one of them off for sure, for sure. We're going to attack this one instead. Okay, you always start with one too few to do what I actually want you to do, which is the Chevalier Thrusts. So that's not going to work out for us. We do have a Best Winds, which will cost 0 AP and rotate us around twice. And it's going to cost 0 AP because for some reason we've got the Almighty on the wheel. I don't know why. We're going to go ahead and take the opportunity to smack this guy around with it. Let's see where that nets us. Lands us on the green with enough AP. Okay. I didn't even plan it. It's perfect, though, because now we have enough AP to do Chevalier Thrusts, I think is how you pronounce that, with the Heavy Mask, which gets us the increased damage, which might be able to take out the two guys flanking. I don't know. We'll find out. I would like for it to. You know, I would love for it. We got a couple of max damage attacks in there. Didn't quite kill the last guy, and he's applying Enraged. Oh, good. Okay, he's not shields. That's great. Don't exhaust. Yeah, I'm really bad at my timing on that. Better on my timing on that, but they give you way more time on that as well. Oh yeah, get those last couple of parries in there, big guy. Actually, that's super convenient. He'll have that AP to work with next time. Oh. Who is he even attacking right now? Oh, he's going after our fellow Verso. Rage is a status effect that makes the character play twice in a row. That's not great. He's almost dead as well. If we had managed to parry that, he'd be dead right now. That is unfortunate what he's done. So those two are not going to be going right now. We got very little we can do here. Other than, again, this is going to cost 0 AP and it's going to kill him. So there's our revenge on that guy. Take care of that. And then... well... tell you what... I think we're actually going to just do a regular attack. Reason being, we'll reserve some AP so that next time we can apply a regen to everyone, hopefully. We'll see. I don't know what this guy's got up his sleeves. Hopefully nothing that kills us. I don't know when to hit the parry during those. I hit it 3 times and we just happened to land on it. Is it when the attack... Is it the same timing? Is it the same as a normal parry timing where it doesn't matter when it goes black and white? You're just looking to hit when the attack is coming? Because the sound clues are weird. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not going to pretend to know or understand. Catch this one on fire. Can we do that? Can we make that happen? It's not going to be a huge, like, 20 points of fire damage, but it's something. We'll get them burning. And then I said we were going to apply regen, but that depends on how much health this guy has left when we're done with him here. Once Verso hits him with this, he's nearly dead. So So Annie's burning. Annie's about to do a weakening strike. Oh, never mind. The counter's finished. Excellent work, team. Excellent work. We're getting mad levels, by the way. We're getting a ton of XP fighting these guys. I think they might literally be here because we're heading towards like a big final boss fight, and the game wants to be sure that we're ready for it. I'm pretty sure that's what's going on around here, is the game is just like holding our hand and saying like, yeah, you need to be a couple levels higher. This is objectively the way to like the next point, right? Like it's undeniable that that is true. Yeah, we've moved on to the Red Forest. In that case, that's sort of the third region of the game. We're going to double back and go fight that Burgeon. I don't know what the drops it's going to have. We don't know we're heading to fight the Burgeon. We don't know that to be true. We're assuming it. All right, we think that might be the case. We saw it in the distance. I've seen them in the distance before, and it turned out we weren't actually heading towards them to fight them. By the way, Arthur Freeman in the chat, I'm sorry I missed your message. Happy Father's Day to you as well. I hope that you're having a great day. Your message where it's at in the chat right now is being just perfectly blocked by the light bar. I need to adjust some things around here. It does look like we're heading towards this guy. Is that even a Burgeon, though? You know what? Top off everyone's health. We got all these elixirs, and we're heading to a flag after this anyway. Are we actually going to fight this thing, or is it just, like, here for a chit-chat? Because sometimes they don't want to fight. Sometimes they're just here to discuss matters. He's not pale, like, ghostly white, though, so I'm assuming that's not the case. Oh, that didn't do anything. Are we just running between his legs? Nope! Alright, we've been tricked. We've been led astray. I guess we're not getting the advantage on this. No, we are. Good. Okay, big guy. He's going to eat somebody is the problem. I don't know who he's going to... He's probably going to try to eat Mael. So should we go ahead and catch him on fire now before Mael gets eaten while we have the opportunity? I feel bad dropping out of Virtuous Stance at the start of the fight. But if we go ahead and catch him on fire, it might be advantageous to just have him burn. Because he immediately eats Mael. It was the right call. So at the start of every turn he's got 20 points of fire damage. He's probably going to be hitting max damage every time at the start of his turn, catching on fire. So that's actually perfect that we did that. It was the correct decision. All right. Very happy about that. How does he feel about lightning? It's his weakness. That's good, too. Let's see. Again, the things we can do here. Not the best. Not the best. I think we're going to apply regen, actually, controversially. But let's do a best wind first. Okay, that'll put us on purple. And then regen is on blue, so I don't know why I thought that would help us at all. Oh, you know what? Actually, we can get Mael back. Let's do the bonk. Reason being, it'll fill up 20% of the bar and get us closer to what... Yeah, and burn. And burn. It gets us closer to getting Mael back. Because once we actually break him... Oh, look at that, and we're there. We're actually ready to break him right now.
Cut him down.
All right, give me back Mael! Give me back Mael! Just spit her back up now. I've fought a few of these guys in the overworld, so I'm quite adept at it at this point. I know what needs to be done. Let's see how he likes getting bopped around by ice. He might actually like it. He's an undersea creature. Water is ice. He doesn't like it. It's not his weakness. He doesn't dislike it. It's just kind of a thing that happened to him. He's still on fire. We have a gradient charge. Actually, that would be the better way. We can do Virtuous Strike. Oh, wait a minute. If we can get up to a second gradient charge, we can apply further burn to him. But that current burn we have should be hitting him for max damage. Let's do this. That'll get her into her Virtuous Stance.
You can't escape.
While also giving her another turn to actually do something within Virtuous Stance. Right? Because now, as soon as he stops being broken, is when he's going to just swallow someone else. And it worked out well enough for us last time. It might not work out for us well enough again. Wait, did I do the wrong thing with her? Did I do the attack to get her in Virtuous Stance when she was already in Virtuous Stance? I think I did. I think I hit Y instead of X. I'm a bozo. I'm a bozo because it's not what I wanted to do, because I wanted to take advantage of the fact that the thing... Ah! It's fine. It's okay. It's all okay. Let's go. He's almost defeated. Let's just keep hitting him as hard as we can with whatever we got. Yeah, rotate that thing around. Basically going to be a free attack.
Sweet.
Follow it up with... Oh, we can't even do the heal now that we're on the blue. All right. Let's just... So we don't have the agile mask selected, the purple mask, so we're not going to be filling up the break bar. Just walk up and punch it. Walk up and punch it. And fortunately, Mael does get another shot. It's no longer burning. So I feel like we need to, again, just go ahead and take this opportunity to apply Spark. I missed one of those. That's okay. It's burning again, and now it's eating Verso. I'm going to miss Verso. Verso does a lot of damage, and Verso also has our primary break ability. I'll have to go through everyone else's abilities now to determine who else can break, because I actually have no idea. Floret Fury can break. We're not close to breaking right now. We get her back into Virtuous Stance, though, so she's ready to do it. So we're still on blue right now. So if we wanted to add healing, we could. Or, hold on, what is his gradient attack? Mighty Strike. 2 hits, deals double damage if the target is stunned. The target is currently not stunned, but it's effectively a free attack, so we might as well do it. Which gets us very close to breaking it again. What, like a 5th of its bar is remaining is all, I think? So... And we did we determine that this one was also weak to lightning? High physical damage, increased damage. Okay, we're going to go with this one. We're going to go with the combo. Almost have the darn thing defeated. It's actually dead. We did it. That was like one of the easiest encounters we've had against one of these guys. It's all about strategy. Like, you don't actually have to be good at the game. You know, you don't have to be good at the dodging and the parrying. You just have to have a good strategy going in. If you've fought an enemy multiple times, and all the Burgeons are basically the same. If you've done that, it makes it a lot easier.
Great.
What did we just pick up? Some Resplendent Chroma? So all of that for the 5 colors of Lumina and some Resplendent Chroma. Oh, and a new Picto. Stay marked. 50% chance to apply mark when attacking a marked target. Okay. That's really good. Typically, Verso does marking, so Minoko comes up afterward and is attacking the marked target. Okay, receives 50% of all heals. That's a good one. 50% increased damage if exhausted. Interesting one to have. What was the... Okay, here's the thing. I always, because I don't pay attention, forget the name of the new ones we've picked up. Counter 2, increase damage. It was something marked. Spell, nope. I'm going to have to scroll through all of these until I find it. Painful though that is. We can't just like sort them in order of when we received them, can we? Sadly, it doesn't look like it. Hold on. Alphabetical, equipped, favorite, health, defense, speed, critical rate. Yeah, no, you can't. Okay, well, gosh darn it. What was it even called then? I cannot remember the name of it. We'll just have to go through the ones that we haven't used yet. It was something marked. It had marked in the title, I believe. We could just scroll around till we see one with marked in the title. I'm going through this side first. Powerful. 20% chance to apply. 1%. Apply powerful healing. Shield affinity. There it is. Stay marked was the name of it. Plop that on there. Once he learns it, other people can use it by just assigning it as a Picto. That could be really useful. But especially on him, because typically Verso is our fella who what's applying the marks to people, and Minoko always comes after Verso. So if he can attack someone and leave it marked for Mael, like I know it's 50%, like it's a 1 in 2. That's how 50% works. If 1 in 2 times it's Mael's turn, a target can be marked, that'd be swell. Now we could also just give Minoko the ability to mark targets and have them be primed up for Mael. It's useful. It's useful to have Verso marking them and everyone still be marked. That's handy. There's some utility in that. All right, we are now in what is effectively a little segment of the Red Forest where we met all of the Gestrels. Which feels simultaneously like a long time ago and not that long ago. I hear something moving around behind me.
Advantage.
That ticking sound is typically what you hear from Nevrons as they come in to attack you and deal you damage. So it always makes me feel a little unnerved anytime I hear a ticking sound. I think that might just be a part of the soundtrack, though. I haven't actually seen any baddies. As soon as I say that, though, this guy comes lumbering out of nowhere. Hey, fellas, let's go. These are just big, bad, angry-looking, gosh darn whatchamacallits. Hold still, you. I don't think I'm hitting it still. I'm trying to hit their shoulder, like that exposed bit in the shoulder there. I suppose I shouldn't waste any more attacks, because we should probably need to break this guy's shield.
Let's cover.
Maybe we'll have a better, like, opportunity. I think we actually might have hit his. Maybe we're not even supposed to be doing this. Maybe this is a silly waste of time. We're going to leave that guy alone. We're going to leave him marked as well. Because I want to try out, see whether or not we get lucky in this, sorry, what? There's not even I mean, I guess we got AP for that. So, actually, because we got AP for that, we can now open up with our, like, #1 attack. And he's marked. Will he stay marked? Tragically, no. That's how the 1 and 2... Oh, but he did die. Which is probably why. Cool. I mean, the fight's over, so if we parry him falling on us, we negate damage. But what does that 1 AP do for us? Does it roll over into the next attack? Also, Minoko got a foot he can use out of that, so that's a new skill that he can use at some point. Okay, this is the way forward. I would be okay with all of this if it was more linear. I don't necessarily need paths going off to either side around here.
Perfect.
I'd be content to make a beeline directly to the Paintress, but if there are alternative paths, I've got to explore them. I cannot leave them unexplored. That's a failing on my part. See, I see something hovering around up there. I know there's a fella stomping around over here. Trust me, I see him. And past him is probably the direction we need to go to progress the plot. Which means that somewhere around here... Oh. Is this just like a way to bypass him? Yeah, kind of. It just made a big circle back around to here. Where once again, we could just, like, not with this guy. Slip over here and grab the chroma. Yeah, he's feeling very optional right now. He's feeling very optional. And actually, we got to figure out how to get up there, which probably involves not jumping, I'm assuming, but just progressing. Yeah, no, this isn't how we do it. Let's fight him so that we don't have to worry about him stomping around back here, and at some point having to come back to him.
Let's dance.
Smooth! Now these guys, can't we shoot them in the shoulders to deal like a ton of damage? Yeah, he's taking damage. Catapult's taking damage. Like, you can kind of disable them, I believe, if you shoot them enough. And in fact, we might even spend Miles' entire turn. Yeah, the catapult is now broken. It's 3 shots is how many you need. Excellent. And we still have enough now, if we wanted to apply burn. Probably to the guy in the middle. He's got ultimate in his name. It'd probably be a good idea to go ahead and just catch him on fire. Was not sure where that blade was going to come out at. It's been long enough since I fought these guys that I wasn't quite sure. Why is that the move? I mean, I get it. If you're going to die anyway, might as well try to fall on guys. We did not manage to dodge that one, tragically. But let's see how they feel about lightning. They're made of wood. I was going to say, they probably won't care all that much. And not that we took care of one of them, though. That's nice. Why did Verso not get anything for that? He dodged it. Oh, he's probably maxed out, actually, now that I think about it. Hey, hello.
Let's dance.
People? 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 It's not working!
Let's cover.
This is the second time that's happened. I said I was going to move this over to the PC. Every time, so no, I think that's actually the third time it's happened. It's the second time it's happened on stream. But every time it happens, I think I'm going crazy. Because I'm like, no, I definitely dodged that. But then just nothing works. Ugh. Luke, Gillier, I'm sorry. Hi, Gillier. Welcome. Happy Father's Day. It's America's holiday, but happy Father's Day to you anyway. You know, here in America, we celebrate fathers abroad. I also hate rockets. I hope that you're doing all right, though, and that you and your family are well. Thank you for checking in and letting us know that you are alive. I'm sorry if your chat's been up there for a while. I explained this to Arthur earlier, but the chat currently, I need to do something about this light bar because it is currently, like, perfectly blocking where I've got my monitor mounted. And I know exactly what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to re-bend it. Like, currently it's in front of the camera, obviously, not there, but kind of put it behind the monitor and under the camera. And then that way I should be able to actually adequately see chat. But welcome, by the way. Welcome to the live stream. Is the game frozen? Oh, the game crashed. Fantastic. So, mid-combat encounter, the game crashed. That's great. That's great. I'm happy about that. That's fantastic. So not only did the controller stop working, but the game itself crashed. Probably because the controller stopped working. I don't know if the two are connected in some way, but in the middle of this fight too, we just defeated his two little minions. Hello, can we do something here, game? Can you do something for me? Probably not. Well, I guess we will transition to here. I'm gonna try. I think last time what I did was I managed to actually turn the screen off and back on. It crashes the whole compositor when the game crashes. No other game does this. It takes the whole system with it. I don't know why. But if you're watching the vertical stream, it'll be back. Just be patient. And don't worry. You know, everything's going to be fine. I'm going to have to completely reboot the computer. That's a possibility. We've had to do that before. Yeah, because if we don't completely restart the computer, for whatever reason, the taskbar at the bottom of the screen will just stay there, and the game will never actually go full screen. So we have to do a full system reboot. This is frustrating. I thought we had fixed that by limiting the frame rate. I thought that was going to be the big, perfect patch that resolved all of our issues. I wasn't expecting the controller crashing and needing to be unplugged and plugged back in to be a problem that actually... It's fine. It's all right. The game does a pretty good job of saving after every combat encounter, so we'll have to redo that one with the big guy and possibly run around and recollect things since the start of the fight with the big guy. Life carries on. We'll all be fine. We just got to get through this and get it signed back in and running again. Mm-hmm. It's validating the files for Clair Obscur. That's fun. Validate away, I say. Okay. Game should be loading back up. There she is. Isn't it beautiful? Back into this we go. Sandfall Interactive indeed. Oh, Fanto! Welcome back. Yeah, I thought we'd fixed it. I thought we'd fixed it when we limited the frame rate. I thought that was going to be the big final leap forward. But I think that time it was because the controller disconnected. Now, why that happens, I don't know, because the controller is fully charged. That's kind of why I had it plugged in at the start of the stream, was not because it needed charging, but because I thought it might prevent that from happening again. It's only happened a couple of times, though. It's not like it's a constant problem, the controller disconnecting. It does always happen, though, in moments where I need to be... It's never when I need to choose what to do, right? That's the issue. It's never when I need to, like, just scroll through a menu or when I'm running around. It's always like, okay, it's your turn to start dodging and parrying, and the controller just stops responding. So I've moved it from the hub it was plugged into. It's plugged in directly to my gaming PC now. We'll see if that makes any difference. I have no idea what's causing that, but it's infuriating. Okay, so what do we want to do first off here? Well, first off, we want to do exactly what we did last time, which is shoot these guys up here. The 3 times I think it takes to completely disable the catapults. There we go. And then catch the big fella on fire here.
On me. Okay.
Ah, darn it. I think if we can actually parry those, it does pretty much destroy them immediately. There we are. That's more like it. Yeah. And then all we have to do is parry them falling on us. I'm not even sure if they're clever enough, because they're like sentient catapults. I'm not sure if they're clever enough to know what they're doing. I think they just happen to be falling on us. I don't think it's even a choice on their part.
Watch out, my L.
Well, I missed that one. Yeah, okay, he's raising his shield. He's taking us seriously. I believe we want to shoot his arm to take out his cannon.
Let's cover.
But I can't get, like, shots back there. I can't see past the shield. Also, we're going to die if we're not careful. We're currently blazing and on fire. I think we might go ahead and take this opportunity to heal.
Rest.
I think Monoko might be able to apply regen, which might counteract fire and flame. That might be our move here. I'm not sure yet. We can't really do anything else, unfortunately, other than just like a regular attack, or we can heal ourselves. And honestly, knowing how much damage a regular attack can do, I think we might go ahead and just do a healing tent on Mael, which will also dispel burn on us and cure a little bit of Monoko. I think it was 15%. He's still on fire, though, which is less than great. Oh, that was much better. Excellent work, team. Okay, Monoko's still burning. What do we want to do with him? We can absolutely heal if we wanted to. Everyone would get regen. We're on... Yeah, it'll get 40% of his health back, which would basically max him back out. I don't know if it would dispel his burn, though. I think we're going to do that. I think we're going to go ahead and do that. We'll see. He's still burning, bless his soul. I almost hit jump on that, because it said he was attacking the ground. No! How did we miss that? Oh, darn it! I mean, I know how. I just didn't hit the timing correctly, but still.
Cut him down.
Alright, let's break him, and that might actually break his shield. Perfect break. I don't know, because there is a way to get rid of his shield. I know he's got a weak point behind it that you can hit. Yeah, it's now. Now that he's broken. I think you can, like, if you can wait and you're patient, shoot his shoulder. Maybe? How many more of those have we got? We're at 5 now. We can no longer do Fleur at Fury. We're currently stanceless. And we're on fire. Ah! Go ahead and burn him again. Catch him back on fire. He's stunned and burned. Maybe Monoko's got a better aim, right? Shoulder weakens. There we go! That's what we were going for. Not much else we can do. We're on green, though. We might as well do this. We get bonus damage for it. Yes! Okay. It's good to come back from, like, a debilitating crash that, like, ruins your mood for 5 minutes. And come back into just, like, a nice victorious run. That's a good time. That guy is a pretty tough little fella. But I'm assuming we're going to get another split face at the end of this. I don't think he's going to count as our mid-boss. There he is. We've now determined, we know the lore, we know how this works. That's going to be the continuation to the next region. We've done this enough times to know this for sure. Which means that mine this way? Is there a mine? Oh, no, there's this thing. That's right. As well as this, I keep forgetting that we can break these. Oh, heavens. Oh, I'm not scared of it. I just wanted to make sure I got the starting, I got the first hit in the encounter, you know? It's just the two of them. Do I actually have to shoot different catapults, or can I just shoot the same side 3 times? I don't even need to alternate between them. Yeah. And you know what? I could probably just keep shooting them, and that would be it.
Okay.
Unfortunate on my part. Regular attack. And then pass. And then regen on everybody. We're going to heal everyone without using potions. Watch this. Because we're just going to dodge. Well, that didn't work. I was going to say, at the start of everyone's turns now, if we just keep passing, everyone will get a little more health back because of regen. And then so long as we dodge this guy... Darn it! I was going to say, it should end like net positive with everyone more health, but never mind. Let's just kill him and be done with it. Because, like, how many turns do regen last anyway?
Oh well.
Hold on. I gotta get good at dodging this hidden blade. There we go.
I am refreshed.
And then we just pass again. Okay, Mael's regen is gone, and this is gonna be the end of his regen as well. Yeah. Okay, so the regen is gone. No more regen for us. Finish him off. Probably would have made more sense to just use a potion between rounds, especially if we don't dodge this. Okay, no, we did. It was a fun idea. I'm glad we did. We tried it. And now we just have to start shooting these. Where's the others, though? We didn't miss them down below. Oh, no, we did miss them down below. Well, I don't have to run down there and wander around looking for the third one, do I? Oh, hold on. No, that's not it. It's got to be up here somewhere, yeah? It might not be. They don't tend to be close to one another. So we already found the one that was up here, I'm assuming. We have to go back down here. That one was behind a statue. It's probably going to be around this corner or something. Gosh darn it. Typically, they're not really hidden. They're in plain sight. But depending on where you're standing, there you go. We did not have to come down here for that. We could have absolutely seen that from that corner. Like, that's the thing. It's in the wide open. It's just not where you're looking. I remember when they introduced that. I think that was in the second region of the game. I assumed they would come up way more often. But you only get a couple of them here and there. And usually, like, what is inside of them is not all that great. Like, it's exciting to find and release them. And then you go up and you check, and it's like, oh, random defense. Damage taken is randomly multiplied by a value between 50% and 200. You can combine that with the one that makes your attacks hit either 50 or 100%. And you'd be having a really fun time, wouldn't you? What a grand experience that would be. Well, oh shoot! We cooked it! No! Alright, we gotta be ready for dodges. We should have healed before entering this.
Ready to parry.
Sorry, what? I was not sure what he was doing. Have we seen this performance before? Have we seen this behavior before? Look at him, he's jumping and jiving. He's having a grand old time. Well, much like before, we want to take down this guy's assistants before we take him out. Otherwise, he's going to start like healing them and putting shields on them, and it's going to drag out the encounter. We've got 6 remaining. So Fleuret Fury or Spark. Fleuret Fury, I think, is the move on the main guy. Because we're going to open up with Verso.
Okay.
No, that's exactly what we were trying to avoid!
Watch out.
I should have paid more attention. to who was going next. We could have avoided this.
Your turn to shine.
This might be the end of this guy anyway, though. No, it won't be, because we're only going to hit his shield. He's got so many more of them, too.
Bitter dregs.
Oh, and Verso's not going yet? Oh, the order's all weird and whacked out. How many attacks she got? What's she got right now? How many? I can't see through the head. How many AP? We have a full AP stack. So we can waste 3 AP there. Yeah. Get him unshielded. A best wind. We're currently on the agile on the wheel, so we can probably take this guy out. Not quite take him out. But then we'll be spun around here. We can hit with either of these. Or we could just go with the heal, give everyone a regen. But we're not gonna. I think we can finish this guy off in the next round. I'm pretty sure this is gonna finish off the catapult for sure.
Maximum damage.
And when I say next round, I mean after its next turn.
Finesse and grace.
Catch it on fire. So it's gonna have a move now. Oh, actually, if we could just like parry this. We didn't. I really wish we had, because they would have been dead by now. I didn't even read what silence does, and it doesn't matter if we won. Oh, I hit the button too quick. I need to be more weary of that. Exactly 3 minutes. Look at that. Everybody okay? Everyone fine? We should have a flag at the beginning of the next territory. I think we'll be good. So now we're heading to the rocks, right? What's our next little black and white scene going to end up being, I wonder? Does this feel a little bit like padding? Does it feel like we could have done without this part of the game? Like, it's great to revisit all these old enemies, but I feel like we don't need to.
Great.
It's a dead end? My controller is buzzing like I need to zip line to something.
Great.
The fact that there's expeditioners here is confusing. Is none of this is real, right? Inside the monument is got to be some sort of an illusion. Here we go. So this must be after the event where everyone died. Is the paintress the mother, grieving for the dead children after the fire? Is it good old mom? They grieve alone.
Who is she fighting?
Is this the paintress? I like how we're piecing together bits of lore that are probably all going to end up being incorrect. Right? Eventually the actual story is going to be revealed to us, and we're going to realize that we had it embarrassingly wrong. Which should be fun. Are all of you flying? Am I reading that correctly? Yeah, it looks like it. We might be able to. That's right, because some of them damage each other and then generate shields for the other. How many you got left? You got 5? It's yeah. Yeah, okay, we need 3. Okay. I needed to think about that before I started it, and I didn't think about it, so it's the wrong move to just keep shooting. Dead. I think we actually might as well just keep shooting, because we're very unlikely to land a basic attack.
What lovely feet.
Alright, what do you do anyway, cultist? Reaper cultist. I would love to go to the Ferris wheel in the background. That looks like a fun time. Oh, we forgot. We were supposed to be helping some guy set up a, not a Ferris wheel, but you ride the horses and they go around. Carousel. I forgot all about that guy. We were supposed to try to find a way to make it run. I was never even keeping an eye out for that. Now I feel bad. This is weird. Lumine alert, stay marked. Good. Good. We'll attribute that later. I also forgot that we left a little orb guy behind a long time ago in a previous level. Well, these guys aren't flying, so I don't think we need to stress about our maneuvers here. I think we go about this in the pretty normal way. Just whacking. Just lots of whacking.
My turn.
Let's see how far a strike of storm, or a storm strike. Let's see how far this takes us. Didn't do as much as I would have liked. Basic attack. Get him set up for the next round. Yeah, cover yourself in blood. That's great.
Watch out, my owl.
Frustratingly, still gets a bit of shield left. Easily enough dealt with, though.
Finesse and precision.
We're doing great right now with our parries and everything. I don't know if it's going to matter where it counts, though, right? Because I feel like all of this is leading towards one big final boss fight. At first, when we arrived at the Paintress before, I did not think that we were going to be doing the final fight. It felt like it was too quick. But now that we're going through all of this malarkey just to reach the Paintress, I'm no longer of that opinion. I think that by the time we get to the end of this, whether or not the Paintress is who we end up fighting, I do think we are heading towards some type of final confrontation with something. Is it the Paintress? Is it Dad? I don't know. Come here, you. Probably need to sneak up on it from the other direction. There's its little thing up there. That's where we need to get it to. Yes! No escape for you now, sir! Just keep doing it! Isn't this the same sound used for the mimes? Have we determined whether or not it's worth shooting him in his little glowing green thing? Oh. Is there a point in this? Should we be doing this? Is this the done thing? Is this what we should have been doing this whole time? And I never noticed? Have they all done this? I genuinely never realized that. I don't know if there's anything to it. It seems to deal quite a bit of damage. He doesn't seem to like it. He makes a sad little noise every time you do it.
Let's carve a path.
But is this more damage than we would have dealt if we just were attacking him with like actual real normal attacks? I don't know. What does he do when it's his turn? Yeah, because we're dealing barely any damage to him with our actual attacks. This might be just how his meta works. And that's why he does that, is so that we have the opportunity to have a whole bunch... Yeah, he's going to flee in 3 turns. It's so we have a whole bunch of shots to use against him. Yeah, I don't think this is how they've all worked. This is kind of fun. I like this. Whack him. Whack him.
A bit of violence, yes.
I'm not sure why our play order ended up shifting. And why it's gone from Mael to Minoko suddenly.
My turn.
It seems to alternate a little bit, possibly. No, it's definitely going in this order. I wonder if it's just for these encounters. I might need to check and make sure that our energy, or whatever that stamina, whatever the trait is that we can adjust hasn't gotten, like, oddly out of sync. How many of these shots do I have left? One. Let's go and attack him. That'll get us a few more. Well, we're definitely going to defeat him, which is good. If this thing starts moving faster, we might be in trouble. What I mean by defeat him, I don't think it's going to be Verso that does it. Yeah. It's going to be, what I mean is before he has the opportunity to escape. Applies Dizzy. Oh, no! What does Dizzy do? I forgot. I think it means that we, oh yeah, we moved slightly. It's alright. If he had a lot more health, it would have been problematic. What did we get out of that? Some Resplendent Chroma, Catalyst, a Recoat, and Colors of Lumina. I mean, that was fun and interesting. We hadn't seen that mechanic before. I like it. That's where we fought him before. I was wondering, like, is there anything down there? That's where we chased him down.
An advantage.
An advantage. Advantage. This is the route. Yep, there's the split-faced man, which means we're going to go down here. Mime? Possibly? Oh my goodness, it's very deep. Mime, but except the mime has split-faced people along with it. We have never fought a mime under these circumstances. Verso's health is not well, but aside from that, I think the party's okay. Let's go ahead and heal. And then we're going to give this a go. We're going to give this a red-hot go. This is going to be tricky. Never fought a mime along with, like, allies before. This is weird. Okay. First off, break the rules.
I'd love a dance.
Let's dance.
Oh, dear.
Let's dance.
Oh, my goodness. Normally, there is, like, this weird delay in their attacks.
Violence.
We might come back to this one. And I'm only saying that because of how well it's gone so far. And the fact that I think the big limiting factor here is going to be our damage limits. Mael is just about dead. She's going to get a bit of healing at the start of her next turn. I hate to do it, but I might have to waste her turn on healing. Because I don't want to lose her. We're not going to give up. We never give up, even if it feels like a lost cause. This will also heal Minoko a bit, yeah. Even if it does feel like a lost cause. Minoko's dead. We'll keep it going. Don't do this. Don't do that. That's unfortunate.
Incoming.
Enraged! Great! That's what we want.
Just try it.
We never give up. We always keep fighting like there's a chance we can win, no matter what. We always keep going. Let's revive Verso.
Still need your help.
Everyone's got shields except for you. I've decided that you're my enemy. You're my mortal foe that I will defeat as soon as I revive Minoko.
You can do better.
Minoko's got 5. Okay. And we're on purple, so we can do a best wind effectively for free.
A bit of violence,
There's
yes.
some blue, which means that we can... We could apply regen again if we wanted to. It doesn't really have a whole lot of AP for anything else. I think we might go ahead and do that. fresh round of regen on everyone.
Your turn to shine.
I used to, like, never miss that hand combo. Why am I missing it now?
Oh, really? Why, yes, I'd love a dance.
Darn it. It's that slow charging. It gets me. They always look easier to dodge when you're already dead, and so the pressure is
Ready to
off.
parry.
Why is it called Clair? Is this your Obscur? Oh, God. We're not going to send in the reserve team. We're going to come back here and do this later. We just have to remember they're here, you know? This is a problem for a future endeavor. Let's just go face the regular split face guy. Oh yeah, start us back down here where we get to look at our defeaters. Our doom. On we go. Let's go fight the actual final boss. That's an optional thing back there. That's an optional encounter. We don't have to live by its rules. Hey guys, let's go. See, having done that, this ought to feel easy in comparison.
Finesse and grace.
Now, did we already determine that shooting this thing in its big crystal did nothing for us? I think we did. We do want to take down its shields anyway, though. As well as go ahead and catch it on fire. I seem to remember these guys being really easy to deal with, though. So I don't know if we actually want to put all of our efforts into defeating it first, as opposed to the witch-looking lady over here, who tend to be a little bit more of a hassle. We're going to be here for a while. Let's preemptively put regen on everyone. Have that ready to go. I think that's a turn well spent. Yeah, this guy's got big, well-telegraphed attacks. My favorite type of enemy in the game. This guy, not so much. We managed it. Still not so much. This is just obnoxious, this thing. It's more of a nuisance to deal with than anything else. Get yourself back in your stride. Get yourself back in your stance, I should say. Alright, big fella. You got your green ready to go. We got our heavy mask. This is the obvious move! Very rarely do the stars align for this to work out like this. Each attack is dealing... No, not each one, but almost all of them were doing max damage. I don't know if you noticed that. What are you doing right now? You're doing what to your ally? Strengthening it? Shielding it? Doing some kind of nonsense? I'm not even going to worry about him. I'm not worried about him. He's the least of my concerns. Someone else could deal with that. You, though. I'm determined to take you out. No, don't. No enrage. No enrage. I'd rather it enrage its allies than, like, attack me, but it's going to do both. Oh! I don't know why I assumed the next attack would also require me to jump. We're just getting beat to heck here, poor Mael, bless her heart. She's in a bad way. She's in a bad way. You still get your shield up? Goodness me. My bad, Mael. I didn't mean to get you in this situation. Oh no, the rock guy's going next. I didn't notice that. Or I would have gone ahead and defeated him. He's almost dead. I think if we could just, like, parry this hit. And this one. Nope. Nope. Thank goodness for the shields, though. So he performs the second attack. We should have killed him. When we were Mael, we had the opportunity to kill him. Instead, he's almost killed Minoko, who's all beaten up now. He's bloody and bruised and can't really do anything useful. I would say go... Oh, hold on. Oh, you know what? We're really close to being able to do a level 2 Gradient attack, which we've never been able to do before. I don't think it's worth trying to heal him, because we pretty much, like, won the fight, right? Like, we're not going... Howdy, GSNL. Welcome to the live stream. I don't think there's any shot we lose this. So, we're just going to keep playing as if there's no shot we lose it.
Maximum damage. Time to strike.
There we go. The reason I was saying that is because I didn't want to waste time healing if the fight was going to be over after our next turn, and it was. So, correct choice was made. You know what we haven't found in a while is a pathway to the mansion. It's been a hot minute since we've seen one of those. I'm wondering if we're going to find any more. Because I know there are doors in the mansion that have still not been opened. I see this giant painting here, and that looks like something we could potentially jump through based on its position. We can't. That's the only reason I brought up the mansion, is I thought that would be an interesting place to hide one, if we could jump through that painting and find a door to the mansion. We can't. That's okay. So how many regions left now before we... I guess we haven't gone through the... What is it called? After this region, we're going to have to go through the quarry, I think? And then the 2 faces... Oh, the snowy region? I really don't feel like any of this is necessary, though. Like, I feel like we could have quite happily just fought the Paintress and carried on with our life. We don't have to go through all of this. And yet, here we are. Should we upgrade attributes? I was going to say we probably have a lot that we could throw around if we wanted to. And considering how tough things are getting in here, we might want to. So let's increase might, agility. Having an increase to defense might be good, and a bit of vitality. There we go. And then, let's see. We haven't boosted luck or vitality in a while. Like, here's the thing. Is it worth increasing health, or would it be better to increase defense? Do we want more health, or do we want to receive less damage? And I feel like taking less damage is the better move in the event that we actually fail. And let's also increase luck a little bit. And then also agility. And then dump everything else into might. We're just making her as powerful as possible. A little bit of a glass cannon with how little health she has, but I think it's worth it. Again, increasing, like... I still don't exactly understand how the swords work. So the swords get buffed based on these stats with the sword next to them. But I don't know how that works. Is it really worth increasing vitality to increase the buff on the sword? Potentially is what that does. I'm not sure. Maybe. There we go. We'll do that. Seems fine to me. These two, God bless them, they're great. They're great characters. They really are. The only reason that they are not better buffed is because I just don't play with them all that often, which I think is unfair to both of them, because they're both really useful. Like, that is our healer. She can build up like crazy amounts of damage if you play her right and you're paying attention. We've just not played either of them enough to like go in confidently with them and say, this is the move, this is the meta, these are the stats we're going with. They've pretty much been relegated to, you know, the backup, the reserve team. Which probably to my detriment, honestly. The game might even be easier if we had sort of restructured the party. But this is what we got. This is what we're continuing with. This is what we're carrying on with. Did that actually do anything, shooting them in their little glowy faces? I don't think so. I think it's just light passing through their bodies. I think it's probably a waste of my time, honestly. You, trumpeter-looking fella. I don't like you. You're gonna have to go. Probably should have shot him once, I guess. But marked him? Really? Whatever, finish him off.
My turn. Time to strike.
Oh! I feel it every time I miss perfection on that last hit. Every single time I feel that in my soul. I say we go after him. There's a chance we might defeat him this round. And then we don't have to dodge his attacks. We don't quite manage it, but we got close. We got real close. At least now, if we properly parry him, it might, like, kill him. Yeah, we just did a max damage parry. I think that's going to be enough to defeat this guy. Nope! Immediately cooked it with Verso. Immediately cooked it. It was a slightly different attack to be, you know, fair to myself. We're not going to waste that on him.
Finesse and precision.
I think with Verso would probably defeat him with like a... Oh no! It's not going to Verso! The order's all screwy again! I wasted Minoko's attack! No! When was the last time we upgraded our weapons is a great question, Fanto. It's been a hot minute. Probably the last time we were at a camp, and we haven't gone to a camp in a long time because we've been here for so long. Let's see. Good job, Minoko. The last time we were at the camp, we looked at upgrades, though. I can't remember if we upgraded anyone's weapons or not. We should probably look into that, but like we'd have to leave the world to get to a camp, right? So we're not going to do that, obviously. Unless there's a fast way. Well, I guess we could add a flag, fast travel back out of here if we wanted to. That is an option that we have available to us. Because we probably do have a bunch of chroma now that I think about it that we could be using for upgrades. Because we've picked up a ton of resplendent chroma.
Let's carve a path.
Man, I really wanted to defeat this guy. I really wanted to. There we go. Now it's just the little fellas. With their little Nevron arms that they swing around like lunatics.
On guard.
Man. This max damage caps drive me crazy. There we go. Do you think it's going to be worth it, Fanto? By the way, welcome to the chat. Do you think it'd be worth it for us to leave and go upgrade weapons and then come back in? You think it'd be worth our while? Because we can do that at the next flag if you think it's going to be sort of like a good move for us. I noticed that there's something leading underground back there, and I'm wondering whether or not that's going to be another mime. So we found the last time we went underground was a mime.
Finesse and precision.
Doing things a little bit differently this time around in an effort to expedite this encounter, potentially. Let's actually pay attention to who's coming up next, first off. That's going to matter a whole lot. That's an interesting move we could do. It feels a little bit wasteful, considering we're skipping an Almighty. That lands us here with enough points to do this. See, so there was a method to my madness that's worked out for us here.
Monoko, hurry! On guard.
I feel kind of like we haven't been looking at our list of available attacks and swapping things out as much as the game probably intends for you to, because we've gotten these metas down, especially with like Mael. Like every single combat encounter, there's a list of very particular things I do with her that there might be better attacks, but I've gotten so comfortable with them that I don't. I'll look at Pictos first. Okay. Also play around with Pictos to adjust stat boosts and learn new Lumina. Yeah, so we've been doing that. We've been, for instance, we recently unlocked a new Lumina that when everyone gets knocked down to 50%, they immediately get a couple of shields. And that's saved our bacon a couple of times since we've arrived in this world. That's come in really, really handy. See, we do have a lot of colors of Lumina, though. Dude, sometimes I turn around and I see Minoko, and he's such an odd-looking being. Even though I've seen him so much, I still get a little taken aback and a little confused. Like, yo, like, what is that? Whoa, it's just Minoko. It's fine. He's harmless. He's perfectly chill. Let's head back. Oh, no, this goes up, not down. Okay, so there's no more underground. Or, well, there's not one right here, I guess is what I should say. There's probably more underground. More than likely there is. Nice chroma. Is that split face? That's split face right there. So this one was pretty quick. Unless there's something we missed. We're zipping right through here. Which, I mean, this region was also pretty quick in the actual game itself. Alright, you two. 3, all of you. Let's think this through. So we know it's going to start buffing and adding rage and shield to its allies. So I think much as we've done the last few times we fought them, we focus on its companions first. Knock them out quick as we can.
My turn.
Hold on just a second. That's going to cost 7, and we have 9. Let's use 2. It's not that much damage. But it's more damage than we would have dealt to it otherwise, is my position on that. Once again, we've got the Almighty. So once again, I think we do the exact same thing we did before, where we basically get the free best wins. We get that free attack in there. We spin it back around, and now we can hit them with thrusts. Finish that guy off, deal quite a bit of damage to Split Face. I think it's called Clair. I don't know if that's the titular Clair. I'd assume it is. And what we're doing here is we're obscuring them, you know what I mean? Hopefully the title of the game makes sense now.
Time to bleed. The sweet taste of battle.
Yeah, we might as well just do this. I think this ends it. Doesn't, but boy, it gets us close. There we go. I'm wondering if now we're going to be going through the snow region, and then through masks, and then through dancing women or whatever that was, dancing Nevrons.
Perfect.
Oh no! Of course we're going to have the Golden Forests, which I'm pretty sure was optional, but we've got to go through it anyway. I'm ready to be done with this. No, this is the masks. Yeah, this is the pained mask man. Controller is vibrating. We can zoom over there. That's snowy region, it looks like. So what is back this way? Now I'm confused. I definitely thought we were heading into the Golden Forest for the next segment. Ah, as mentioned before, can confirm now, we have found a door. Was that meant to rhyme? Not at all. Oh. Unexpected. I suppose the manor would have a lovely garden. Reminds me a lot of the rooftop garden, where Mael and Gustav spend a lot of time.
His little grin. So proud of his latest creation. But at least those memories remain. What hurts more are the memories unmade. The conversations we'll never have. The time we'll never spend. I want rage to consume me. Anything to fill the hollow. But rage won't come. And I just float in an endless nothingness. The person I cannot be around is Alicia. Her pain is a broken mirror. The shards reflecting back tenfold, and every moment with her the cuts deepen and I feel myself unraveling. I know what he'll say. But this is the first time I've felt any surcease. For a few moments a day. My heart beats again.
So who died? I guess it was the Mael who's all burnt up, died in the fire, possibly. Someone died in the fire, I don't know. We've got Renoir, we've got Unknown. We've got a Julie and a Simon we've not met yet. I don't know who their analogs are. I'm curious about where the ones are we've missed. There's a couple of regions we've just not actually gone into yet. That's probably where the missing ones are. I would assume Julie and Simon are ahead of us. We've not actually reached them yet. I don't know that. Can I break through the glass? No, I cannot. Oh, heavens. Well, that was a stupid, risky maneuver, and I don't know why I pulled it. Oh, interesting. Well, this is an odd thing to have in a mansion. Are you meant to walk on the glass? Probably not. I suppose you could. This is the top of these stairs here, though, yeah. How many doors remain? Actually, not that many. There's the one back at the end of this hallway. And I think there's one at the back of this hallway as well that has still remained closed. No, that one's open. So we got this door right here still closed. It's somewhere. And possibly one door across the hallway here. What is this? The frame is empty. Why tell me that? That's an interesting thing to tell me. There's a door at the end of this hallway, too. So there's a couple of closed doors we've not found yet. We'll find them out there somewhere. Eventually. Glad we doubled back there. I don't know if we'll find the remaining missing bits of plot. Is this the direction we came from? Yes. Yes, it is. I was very confused for a second. I was very turned around for a moment. No, we want to go this way. Back across here to Minoko Station, I believe, is what I'm kind of looking at there in the distance. Yeah, looks like it. All of these, I've noticed, are Expedition Flag 70. Like, everything here is Flag 70. Which is curious, I think. Not sure if there's much meaning to it or not. Here we go. Some kind of argument, some kind of disagreement. Rage against the machine. I can't actually see it from down there. I don't want to talk to you. Your face is ugly ever since you got burnt up in the mansion. I only wanted beautiful daughters. Goodbye. That's definitely not the discussion taking place there. Heavens, I hope it's not. They've explained why burnt up Mael is always wearing a mask.
We're inside her mind.
Well,
These are memories.
yeah.
How do you know that?
The chroma here. I can read it.
This guy's got a train on his head. That's just a full-on train on that guy's head. That's just a bionicle over there. That's the way out. I can already see Split Face. Well, we're not going to head out yet. We're going to fight thing with train on head. Come here, you. At some point, I've got to go have Father's Day lunch with the family. I don't think there's a hard time on that. Let me actually check in. Let me see here. Confirm. I think it's gonna be closer to around like 2:30 or 3, so I think we do have some time. I think it's probably all right. Oh, took me forever to make it halfway up. Really? Oh, the beach tower. Kevin, yeah, okay. I see what you're talking about. That was tough as nails, and the prize you get for it is just a slap in the face. It's like, here's your sexy swimsuit from Minoko. Spoilers, I guess. I beat it too. I ended up beating it on my Steam Deck. I beat it, like, I got in bed after trying several times on stream. I got in bed on my deck and did it in one go. Like, literally, I think because I wasn't in any kind of rush. I wasn't trying to, like, get to the top. I was just, like, in bed watching old episodes of Who's the Boss. and I just made it to the top. I was like, that's it. That's what we get for it. Unbelievable. What a ripoff. Sorry, what am I fighting here? A Gargant? It's a train. Is this Thomas the Tank Engine's final boss? It's like Diesel Tin's cousin. I don't like it. Also, so far it seems like a pushover, but that's only because I'm assuming we've not seen its worst. Now, what are the odds that a thing that lives in the cold, frozen north... Oh, it's going to absorb the ice attacks. I was going to say it's probably not going to be weak to them. Didn't expect it to heal from them. That's great. Well, now we know at least. Don't want to do that again. I don't think we've ever actually fought anything that healed from our attacks. The game warned us about it early on. It's like some things will be weak, some things will be resistant. Well, that wasn't great for anybody, was it? No, he's frozen too. I don't know how to handle that situation. He's literally in a block of ice. So this guy is probably not going to like fire, right? We'll go with Floret Fury this round. But next round, we might not have enough to do anything other than catch him on fire, which might be a great call. Do we need to do anything about Verso being frozen? Can we do anything about Verso being frozen? We're actually going to hold on to our Gradient Charge. And we are going to use a Best Wins, because we're on our Agile mask, and that'll make this, like, free and easy.
A bit of violence, yes.
YouTube looks small. Well, if you're on the Howdy Folks Gaming, like, vertical stream, it's like a vertical stream. What you could do is you can go to the Howdy Folks LP channel, and you can find the full widescreen one. Or you can go to Twitch, that's fine too. But we've got that pulled up. Yeah, we've got a lot of Lumina. We've got a lot to spend. What am I doing? What is my move here? Should we try to, like, use a healing tint on him? Yeah, I was going to say, will that get him out of the ice? I don't know. I was just kind of taking a shot in the dark there on that. I didn't know it would actually do anything. We could mark him. Nah, let's do this. I'd rather deal a bunch of damage. Marking him would be good, though. It'd be good to have him marked for her. Especially when we do this. Yeah. Burning is his weakness. He's switching his stance? I'm sorry, what? So, hold on. Now that he's switched stance, is he no longer going to be damaged by fire? How does that work? I need to know this information. It's very important for me to know this information. I'll tell you what. We can basically do a free attack here. It's not going to do much for us. It's like a minuscule amount of damage.
My, what lovely feet.
And then we can... Because Mael is next, and Mael's not going to do anything if she's frozen. So I guess now we'll take this opportunity to heal her. I hate wasting a healing tent, getting her out of the ice, but it's what we got to do. I don't know what to do next, because she's changed. He's burning now. He's no longer on fire. Has that changed what he is weak to and strong against? Is what I'm trying to figure out. I don't know.
Time to end this.
Oh, we can break. Yeah, let's do that. No more freezing from this guy.
Sweet taste of battle.
All right. That seemed to have been short-lived. I'll tell you what. I don't want to risk hitting him with ice again. Let's just do this. Or... It's a hard choice. Wait, hold on. Do we have a Tier 2 Gradient? We don't have a Tier 2 Gradient. I'm struggling to decide what to go with here. We're on a heavy mask, but we only have one guy we're attacking. 3 hits. High physical damage. We're not going to get the increased damage going with this, but it's 6 hits, all focused on one guy, and they're all physical. maybe the right choice. You know what we should have done was a best wind to knock it over a couple. Is what we should have done. If I was thinking about it, that would have been the move, but I wasn't thinking about it, unfortunately. I kind of wanted to defeat him before he has a chance to attack me again, because I don't know what he's going to do. You did 200 million damage with a single hit. Are you kidding me? What? We gotta, whatever happens in the game that breaks the damage cap, we need to get to that point. Don't spoil it for me, though, if I'm going to stumble upon it at some point. I'll find it, don't worry. You just have nothing you can do now. You're such a nuisance to deal with. I've got to be honest with you, Minoko. I think I just have him set up poorly, but he is a bit of a nuisance to deal with. Like, sometimes he's fantastic. He's our saving grace, and sometimes he's a nuisance. Just alternates between the two. All right, do your worst. Yeah, just keep punishing Minoko. That's fine. Keep pummeling him. See if I care. We do have 3 gradient charges, I realize. No, I was trying to avoid that exact thing. Hit him. Do we want to unfreeze her, or do we want to just go ahead and finish this thing off? Let's finish it off. Let's be done with this fight. Let's kill Thomas the Tank Engine here, and carry on with our lives. That was our one opportunity we've had so far to actually use a level 2, and we never did it. What did we get from that? Resplendent Chroma? That's it? That's all that we got? I wasn't paying attention immediately after the fight. It's possible Minoko got something out of the ordeal. Typically after they die, there's something on the ground you can pick up. There's just nothing over here. The fight was all for naught. Nothing was gained. Everything was ventured and nothing was gained. There was no benefit. On we go, I guess. Let's go fight the Bionicle over here, then. With the blue wings. It looks like a late model Bionicle. Where they were trying a little too hard. They didn't quite understand what the fans wanted. Okay, come here, you. Who are these ladies? Are they a part of this? Are they actually... Oh, no, they move. Have we fought these before? I mean, we fought plenty of ladies, but I don't remember these ones. Maybe.
Spill some ink.
They're holding their hands in such a way that would make me think that they're disgusted by our presence. We're gonna go for this guy first. He's got a sick blue sword. Okay, the Bionicle is dead. I kind of thought he would be the bigger issue to deal with here, and I'm completely off base on that, as it happens.
Time to strike.
Again, out the gate. What you gonna do?
Violence.
Violence. Hit him with the thrusts. Hit him with the lightning bolts. Okay, that one was executed pretty well. You likely could have done 300 million, and someone has done 4 billion. Kevin, that is absurd. That is absolutely an absurd amount of damage. I want to get to those points. I want to be able to do that too. Someday. That reminds me of when you first start playing like something like Xenoblade Chronicles 3. In that game, I remember seeing that you could get to like millions and millions of damage during the chain attacks. And it took me forever, to my last like 50 hours of the game, before I figured out how to actually align all of the stars up right to accomplish that sort of a thing. And when you do it, when you get like 20 million damage in a chain attack, it changes your life. You start to feel like you can do anything, that nothing is impossible, nothing can stand against you. You can achieve all of your goals in life. Every desire is achievable. It's a great feeling, don't get me wrong. So once we hit that point in this game, yeah, it's going to be great. Hello. Got so much snow in my joints, it's really slowed me down. Is this what cold feels like? Okay, so he doesn't even have anything funny to say on the subject. Do we have to fight him multiple different times to unlock all of these different, maybe we just fight him once and we unlock both of these items. Well, we're gonna send in Mael. She's the best at this. Is he gonna grow, or is he gonna be a little fella? And can we just, like, defeat him?
Precision.
Alright, let's see what you got, big guy.
Ready to parry.
Is his turn growing bigger? Is he going to be able to attack me again now? No. So we're actually going to follow that up with Spark. We're going to catch him on fire because he's made of wood. So it ought to end poorly for him. Okay. You know what? I can't really judge him for it because we did actually fail to dodge it or parry it. So even though it was sort of a sad little attack. I've done it yet again. I psych myself out. They're so big, they're so intimidating. They burn. So you one-shot in New Game Plus? That must be nice. That must be good. Kick out of our duel. Let me know if you want to trade. Yeah, no, I'm ready to trade some real stuff here. So what is this? Greater defenseless, 15% to defenseless damage amplification, and Garganon. When having at least one active sun charge. Oh, I think we already have this one. This might just be like an upgrade to it. Counterattacks apply 1 burn per turn. Yeah, no, that's a pretty useful one to have for sure. We're not going to equip either of them, but it's nice to have them available to us as an option that we can use in the future if we so choose. I typically prefer to get cute outfits, though. You know, that when I see the opportunity to fight the fellas, I'm expecting a cute outfit, and if I don't get that, I'm pretty disappointed. So that's a bit of a letdown, quite honestly. It's also what I want to find when I explore. Can I slip behind these guys? So I don't even have to fight them, do I? Wow. They're like avoidable. They just go right up here to the piano and carry on with our lives. We can't play this one, though. Well, I feel like we really can't carry on. Oh, hold on. Is this dead end? No, we do not have to fight them. I don't think we've come across any that we've been able to slip around so easily before.
What have we
We're
here?
gonna go fight them because it doesn't feel right to just move on past them. I feel like I've got some sort of obligation to see this through. We could have just carried on. We don't have to double back and fight them. I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea why I've done this. Pretty much the same move as before. Now, is he standing on a leg or is he flying? I think he's standing, so we should be able to hit him. I don't know if I've seen a guy on one leg before in all of this. That might be new. Not quite sure. Alright, I've set you up, Minoko. Depending on how you're all lined up and ready to go, you're not doing anything useful for me here. Unfortunately. You got nothing useful for me you're gonna do here. Actually, what do we have? We have 6? I think that's how we always have at the start of these turns. I always have to check. That switches us around to here. Which doesn't really do much for us. Because what we want to do is we want to defeat both of these guys before the one in the middle has the opportunity to put rage and shield and everything on them. We've not managed to actually defeat either of them. Now they're switching stances, which we didn't know they could do because we killed them before they had a chance to go last time. Haha! This guy summons fire orbs! How'd you summon a fire leg, my dude? No! Well, I wasn't sure what was happening there. And now they're enraged! Well, at least they're both still close to death. No! I don't know why I jumped. Obviously not what needed to happen. Oh, so many failed decisions there. Should I just shoot these now? Oh, has that healed them? Well... Fantastic maneuver, then! I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Burn him. Catch him on fire. That's something at least. Oh, we're on Almighty. Well, okay, yeah, do that. There's a method to this. Don't worry, there's a method. Not that it's helpful right now. We're set up for something next time, though. I assumed we would be dealing more damage with these shots for some reason. I have only made poor decisions. I've made a series of very poor decisions.
On me. Ready to parry.
I don't want to talk about any of this. I don't want to talk about that for sure. Okay? Remember when we snuck behind these guys and we didn't have to fight them? Remember that? Moments ago?
Ready to parry. I'm ready.
Because I remember that. I'm shamed into silence right now. I don't even have words to express how I feel about my performance in this combat encounter. To be quite blunt, I just want to get through it and get to the next flag and get everyone healed up and carry on as if none of this ever happened. And I feel like that's not too much to ask for, is it? Should we res him? I feel like I'm obligated to res him on the off chance that this continues to go poorly, rather than do anything useful, like use any of our big useful attacks. I think I'm just going to throw a revive tint at Verso and bring him back and see where that gets us. The final useful action of Minoko.
Oh well.
We're doing swell. We're doing real swell. Defeat him. Do it. Do it! Almost. Fantastic work, everyone. Finish this guy off. Insult to injury. Basic attack. Not even anything special. This is what I think of you and your friends. You can just keep parrying them until it dies. I mean, theoretically, we could do that if we were decent at parrying. If we had the timing down. So everyone took a beating. We did manage to get a new weapon out of it that we should probably have a look at here in a second. Gliding back through here, though. Carrying on. Typically, they mark the end. When you find Split Face, you're at the end of an area. Oh, hey, bud. Welcome to the train station. Where do you want to go? Where can you take us? From here, your next destination is Lumiere, my hometown. We'll stay here for now. Yeah, we need to have a quick exploration, because this seems like the kind of place you might skip past and miss useful stuff. Is that useful? It's glowing in a way that appears to be useful, but I don't feel like it actually is. I don't think there's actually anything hidden around here that's worth investigating. Boxes that we can't really do anything with. Hello, wait a minute. No, it's just more of that. It's the same kind of a glow you get from the little crates you can find about, which is why every time I kind of see it off the corner of my eye, I'm thinking maybe there's something to it. But there's not. It just happens to be there like that. I don't think there's anything to it. And I don't think there's any reason for us to... Oh, actually, go back up there. I hit the wrong button. Back we go. I don't think there's any reason for us to linger here. Yeah, I think we've seen all there is. I don't know if I trust this train. It seems to be in a bit of a rough state. I suppose we'll carry on. Take us to Lumiere. Do we get a moment on the train where we get to chat with one another? Maybe set up a camp? Something like that? No? Just going to carry on? Okay. Expedition 00. That is a change from 70. We've been seeing 70 a lot. Everybody's healed back up. Everybody's in much better space. So did we travel via painting? That's kind of on brand. You can take us back, I assume? Where can you take us? Probably, yeah, the Frozen Heart. We'll stay here for now, thank you. Hidden something down here. Hidden something at the end of the track. Dead end. No reason to be able to come down here. Waste of time. Can't even take that little route. Very fun game. Very fun. Thank you. Looks like Lumiere's all done up for a gamage. That's depressing. Now, at the risk of finding yet another route off to the side that goes nowhere and accomplishes nothing. Yeah. We'll go over here just to check. There's a lot of fellas around here. There's a lot of folks wandering around. And they're extremely hostile. Some everyone don't care. A better state than the thing with half a face? I suppose that's true. You make a good, compelling point there. Alright, we're gonna go for you because your sword is down and you're clearly not paying attention, which suggests to me that this bores you, which suggests to me that you're the most dangerous one here. If you don't even view us as being a threat to you, probably need to take you out first.
Time to strike.
Oh, good. Good. Once in a blue moon, but they'll go set up for like moves like this, right? So that is their weakness, the lightning attacks, which is good to know. Didn't quite take down any of them. Oh! Wow, a full party wipe, huh? Well, we were right about them being the most dangerous threat to the party. But wait till you see the reserve team. Sometimes they pull out miracles. Not today. Are you going to do the same thing? Your attacks are different.
I'll do it.
Fantastic.
I'm ready.
Well, we're off to a great start.
I'm ready.
Ah, you know what? To heck with it. Whatever. I put the controller down. Howdy, Gilliam. How are you doing? Welcome to the other chats. Oh. Well, that went well. That went swimmingly. We're just swipping back and forth between different characters here. Are these ones going to chase me as well? What if we just run past them? We typically don't just run past guys in this game. We tend to stand our ground and fight. But what if we just didn't? What happens? Like, they'll chase us, obviously, but do we need to fight them? What is gained from these combat encounters? Outside of, like, experience and XP, which are two different things. Like, experience is personal for me. That's me getting better at the game, theoretically. This far in, you'd think it would have happened by now. Is that our destination, dead ahead? Are we actually getting where we want to go? This looks less like old Lumiere, which was, it turns out, a bit of a letdown, all things considered. Yeah. Let's try again. Alright. This time, we're basically doing the exact same thing. We're going to focus on these to the side instead, because I think they're weaker. We have a better shot of taking them down.
Let's carve a path.
And then we're only dealing with, like, one enemy.
You're outmatched.
Yeah. In fact, this is working out quite well. We've got to do something about Minoko. I either need to change out what skills he has, or figure out how to boost his AP at the start of the encounter. Because he always has just, like, not quite enough to do his big best attacks, and it's always a little bit frustrating. I don't know. Yeah, go ahead and poker. Basic attack. And then we just got to survive this, okay? There we go. We didn't all die that time. Much better performance out of the team. Ignoring that it's my responsibility to get that type of performance out of them, and pretending like it's just them performing better. Good job, team, all around. I like to view myself as something of a coach for this group, right? I'm not actually the one making things happen. I'm just making suggestions.
Let's dance.
That first one gets me.
On me.
This is going better, though. Alright. We're gonna have to heal up after this. Am I in the final bosses? Not quite yet. Not quite yet, Gil. We're getting closer. We're in, like, Lumiere now. And therefore, I imagine we're very close. Hold on, before y'all come and get me. Before you come and attack me. Hold on. I said hold on. I said hold on! Trying to get prepared! Least you can do is give me a second to heal everyone up. Please, for goodness sake. Show some respect. Ain't no respect from these ladies.
Finesse and precision.
I don't think we one-shot the first one earlier, did we? Pretty sure that's not how that played out.
You're outmatched.
You tell him, Verso. I mean, don't get too cocky with the way you talk to them. They defeated us before. Like, handily. How do you think they feel about ice attacks, though? As long as they don't absorb them, even if they're not like... Yeah, there we go. Perfect. And then there was one.
Let's dance.
Nope. It's earlier than you expect. No! For heaven's sake. Everybody's on fire now. We could catch her on fire if we wanted to. We don't want to. Not right now. It's only got a 1x burn effect as well. It's not the worst thing in the world. You know what, bud? Why don't you go ahead and do Mighty Strike so you feel like you're contributing something to the party? It's a lot of damage. It's their weakness. Good job. Follow that up with spinning that gosh darn wheel around a little bit. And then, you know what? Oh, wait, no, hold on. Why do you get to go now? We should just be dodging. We should just not take the risks and always be dodging. And that way, we can't get hit, and we don't get the parries, but at least we don't get hit. So we're not taking damage, so we can't be defeated. And I've been saying that since the start of the game, but I keep insisting on trying to do parries that I'm not good at because I don't have the timing for it. It's okay. We defeated them. Ladies are all dead. We killed all the girls. It's a girl-free town now, okay? It's the Lord of the Flies now. It's just all the fellas. Next thing you know, they're going to kill the big fat one. I think he's the second one to die. Actually, no, someone dies in a fire at some point. I don't even think he's named. Just some guy. So we're not actually going dead ahead, which is what I thought was happening. Let's progress. We need to heal, but I don't know how much more of the city there is, considering it feels like we're just backtracking now. Oh. What am I looking at? Let's watch the scene unfold. A little Verso isolate playing piano with Mom. But Mom is still depressed, so something's got to end poorly here. Some kind of tragedy. I don't know. That's the wrong button.
I don't understand. Verso? Are you okay?
Yeah, fine.
No, he's great.
Let's keep moving. We're almost at the top.
Does he know everything that's going on? Yeah. Is he going to explain it? No. Hold on. We can't just skip past this individual. We can't just allow them to wander off like this. What we can do, though, because I'm assuming, again, we're going to hit a flag here soon. Let's go ahead and heal up again. I don't think we've ever found anything useful by doing that, by breaking those. I don't know if you can. Oh! Well, who plays the harp?
An advantage.
That's fun. They're just making a giant circle. Right. Back through the city here. Hello. Again, I feel obligated to defeat everyone we come across as we come across them. It also makes for a safer world behind us until we rested the flag, so... it appears that this one's on their own. Hey, enjoy your Father's Day stuff. I hope you have a good one as well. Thank you for tuning in, Fanto. As always, I appreciate it. Who knows, the next time you tune in, We might be either at the end of the game or on to something else. I'm not sure. We'll see. I was kind of expecting to be through all this by now, I'm not going to lie. I sort of figured there wasn't this much game left by the time we reached the... when we reached the monument. I definitely didn't realize there was this much game left at least.
My, what lovely feet.
Okay, now we just have to survive. Let's get this frozen heart down this time. Oh, but the last one! And that's the one that does all the damage as well.
I'm ready.
Oh, everyone took a beating there. Everyone is close to death. Everyone is very close to death now.
Precision.
Now the fun begins.
No, I've once again misremembered the attack order. Oh, everybody's dead. Well, at least this time we're set up better for the reserve team to actually come in and end things, depending on play order here.
I'm ready.
Yeah, I think... Ooh, actually, hold on. No, I think we do have it. Now that we're through their attacks. No, we're not. Okay, now that we're through their attacks, I've got to try to remember what everyone's got queued up here. Well, first off, we absolutely have to revive. We have no other options, right? We have to bring her back. And then hopefully she gets a turn before these two go. Are you kidding me? Is this a joke? Is this a bit? Please don't. I'm gonna go to the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Ready to continue on with the cringe and the embarrassment of it all. I guess we're not obligated to fight everything. I think the game is throwing these at us because it's probably preparing us for what is to come. And we'd probably be foolish not to confront these encounters and see them through.
What have we here?
Like, I feel like it's probably in our best interest to get good at this before we carry on, even if things can be skipped. I think we probably shouldn't.
This and precision.
You're outmatched.
Especially because we're not that far off from being able to get through these without too much trouble. Like every other one, we ace the encounter, and then the next one we cook it. You know, it's pretty... it's a common pattern we've developed. Frozen Heart. Here we go. So this one, it comes in earlier than expected. Ends there, nearly killing everyone. Great. And now we are going to take the opportunity to resurrect. Ooh, Verso, I think is going to be the move there. Now we just survive Frozen Attack again. It comes faster than you think, and it hits faster than you think. Basic attack. Should we follow that up, though, with reviving? I think yes. I think we ought to revive her, just so we have one additional person on the field. Just in case this goes really poorly. So this one is a little bit better telegraphed. I say as I miss every single one. It is better telegraphed, though. The timing is slightly different.
Please survive.
I do that every time. Hold on. There it is. I go early that time. Yeah, you just got to show some patience. Just a little patience goes a long way here. We're not going to revive Minoko. We're actually going to just see this through on our own. Because we're not that far off from having it done. This might be it, in fact. Yeah. It's just... I mean, I can rationalize why I struggle with it as much as I want at the end of the day if I'm still struggling with it. If I'm not going to actually get better and learn from my deductions, right? Like, oh, I go too quick on the fire ones, I wait too long on the ice ones. Like, I know these things. If I'm not improving the strategy, though, there's no point in stating them aloud. Other than it does sort of help my brain comprehend, right? A little bit. Let's focus all of our efforts on one of these two and finish them off. I'll tell you what, I think this one does the most damage and is the most irritating. The one we struggle with the most. It makes sense from a meta perspective. The most efficient technique available to us is we either get good at dodging it, or we take it out as early as we can. You can see which route I've decided to take with this. Okay, that's an option. That might be the move.
A bit of violence, yes.
Queues us up for this, which I don't think is going to finish off the middle one, but ought to deal quite a bit of damage to kind of everybody. No, it is going to finish them off. Great. And now if we can just get the parries.
Okay.
Minoko, get ready.
Beautiful, and Minoko gets a counter out of it. Going to finish that one off. And then what do you do? Clair. Ugh, this is going much better than the last one. Let's go. Vastly improved performance. Don't even need a heal at the end of it. Can finally carry on and see what awaits us in this part of the city. And again, the city is in full swing for a gamage. Got all the flowers out and everything. It's perfectly prepared for it. Aside from the fact that it is, in fact, in ruin. Ooh.
Nice.
So the previous route, like main route, was oddly off to one side. So that could be the case again. But I'm assuming this is the actual way forward. Yeah, so let's go see what awaits us over here. We've already found the mime for this area. We didn't defeat them. I'm assuming it's not going to be a mime that awaits us over here. This is not the way we came, is it? No, this is a different thing. It's a split face. These typically mark the end of the region, so what are you doing here? That's confusing. Maybe they're just here to give us like some special drops. I like that we've gone to a different place to have the fight. We've teleported off the beaten path to have this encounter somewhere else. We're going to go with the exact same strategies before and just taking this one down first because they're the greater nuisance. It's all going to depend on Minoko now, though, and where he starts. So we're starting off with an Agile. So Best Wind is going to be a best move. Because we get it basically for free. It switches us over to be able to cast Regen if we wanted to, with some bonuses. Or, we're not going to get the increased damage of the Chevalier Thrusts. So I don't know if we really want to do that. Alternatively, again, we're not going to get the increased damage, but we can do Chevalier Combo. And that's going to deal a bunch of damage and might finish her off. But there's something tempting about trying to hit everyone, you know? Even if it's not life-ending damage.
Your turn to shine.
No, Verso's dead. He was starting off from a pretty poor point to begin with. Okay, not too shabby. Could have been worse. No! I did not know there was a follow-up. Obviously there was. So here's the thing. We desperately need to bring him back. I think it's important that we bring him back. Not with her, though. I think we need to use this opportunity to take someone down. It seems like a waste. It's like but we don't have to worry about her sneaky attacks anymore. And here, we can do a best wins. And that gets us like a tiny little attack and also gives us the opportunity to revive. We just have to survive this round. We can heal Mael. How is that thing not dead? Literally, like, how much energy do you have left? Mael is dead. That's great. Love to see that. Bring her back? Not with Verso, obviously. That sucks. Because I looked off to one side. Should not have done that. Knew darn well we needed to be paying attention. Let's see if we get another go. Probably won't because I actually already did. Yeah, no, I didn't think so. I don't think we need Mael for this. I think we can get through this without Mael. I feel bad about it. But it's like waste a turn to bring back Mael or just finish it. And those are our options. I feel like finishing it is better. Really? Just go hit him. Just go whack him with your stick. We're running out of party heals. We've got to either go back to a flag or reach a flag. One of the two. Oh, here we go. Okay, so this is probably going to be what makes it worth it. This is going to be somebody's memory here. Oh.
Charlotte, 17. We finally installed the last set of grapple points, with only days to spare. And for the first time, I feel real hope. This is our gift for all the expeditions to come. I am incredibly proud of our team. The interior of the Monolith is perhaps the harshest.
So they actually did breach the Monolith.
Final set of grapple points were excruciatingly complex to place and required painstaking focus and skill.
The sky is growing dark outside.
We were ambitious and we refused to stop. There's no other group of people I'd rather be with, and it is an honor to die by their side. It is fitting that we greet our end together within the monolith that has loomed over us for so long. Though this Nevron has won the battle, the expeditions shall win the war. Tomorrow is here.
What on earth is on my wall? One moment, please. What is that? Oh! Oh! I think it's a spider hanging from a web. It looked like something projecting straight off the wall. I was looking outside at the rain that's coming through. It is not relevant. Yeah, that's beautiful. That's not at all what I was hoping to find out here. I was hoping to find one of the missing, like, family member reports. That's a little bit of a disappointment, and I didn't even really listen to it. I mean, it's interesting to find out that previous expeditions breached the interior of the Monolith. I thought we were only in here because we were something special. Apparently that is not the case. It's interesting that they're not too phased by the contents, that the Monolith just contains a miniaturized version of the world outside from the looks of things. This is doubling back? So this is all kind of like just a broken up territory of things we explored before, back when we were actually in Lumiere. So we were standing over there previously. So now we can actually get to over here, but to what end? Like, there's got to be a reason for it. Oh, I heard... Oh, you! You're the reason for it. So there is something over here. It looks like some kind of boss creature. Oh, hi guys. Oh, this looks like bonus content. This is our last one of these we're going to use here. We're going to give this a crack. This looks tough as nails, but we're going to give it a crack. Because there's like 2 of them and then a super one, and we've never seen a super one before. We'll figure this out, though. We can get through this. Oh, look at this. It's actually Clair Obscur. We're fighting the game. That's fun. I think Clair Obscur doesn't mean like light and dark, which explains that is a blending of the 2 right there, which means it probably does both of their attacks. Yeah, you know what? Based on our current performance so far, I've got absolute confidence in our abilities here. I think we've got this in the bag. I don't think this is going to be at all challenging. Watch us go. Once they start buffing one another and casting shield on one another and enrage on one another, this fight's going to become unbearable. This is going to be miserable. It's not even happened yet, and I'm already miserable. I'm just focusing one at a time here. I just want to try to get through this. You know what? We're going to do something we don't normally do. We're actually going to go ahead and cast Regen. Preemptively. Just be ready for what I'm sure is about to be a brutal experience. What you got, big boy? Lovely. I kind of expected him to always be attacking the whole party based on absolutely nothing, right? Wonderful work, team.
Okay.
Very forgiving on that one, thank goodness. That's the first time we've ever actually correctly managed to deal with that attack. So I think we can pretty much finish him off with this attack, but I'm going to shift over to this one instead.
Precision.
Here's my thinking on it. Is... Oh, Minoko's going next. That's confusing. That throws off my plan. That's okay. Maybe he can deal with this guy. So my plan is to do a basic attack with Verso. Okay, hold on. Let me deal with this. Yeah, so he switches between the light and the dark attacks. That's kind of fun. My plan was to do a basic attack to finish him off. Oh, that's not going to work, you're telling me? There we go. Never mind, it doesn't matter anymore because it didn't work out in the end. It's not, so it's not even worth explaining what my idea was. No point. No point at all. Alright, at the start of Mael's next turn, hold on. I can't, like, think and deal with guys at the same time. because we managed to dodge that last time.
I'm ready.
At the start of her next turn, I was going to say, we should, if we had actually managed to parry those, I think we would have been able to do her Tier 2, her Phoenix Flame, which I've been wanting to see. Not quite yet, though. We should be able to finish this guy off.
Precision.
Watch out.
Oh! This will get rid of 3 of those shields. Just have a shot there. Get a free one of these. Everyone's still got regen, so I'm not going to apply that. I think we're going to try to get that bar filled up here. Or we're going to at least add, what, 20% to it? Oh, it didn't even work. Oh, because it wasn't the correct point on the wheel. My bad. What do you have? Strong physical damage to all enemies in one hit and applies mark. That's sabotage. I really want to see my else. That was the thing. So we're actually going to just go through this using whatever his kind of best abilities we got are.
Time to strike.
Okay, this fight's going better than I kind of assumed it would. So now, for the very first time, we're going to see what Phoenix Flame looks like. I mean, he's very, very on fire now. There's no denying that he is burning a lot. I was expecting more. I was expecting that to deal a bunch of damage, and it's not quite doing that, and that's okay. A silencing combo, you say? Could have been worse.
Time to bleed.
Lightning attacks probably would have been better, but this one does more hits.
Watch out.
Don't die here, Minoko. Don't die here, Minoko. Just keep it together, buddy. We can get through this. We got this. We're back in our virtuous stance. Back to dealing the big damage. Past the halfway mark.
Let's carve a path.
Hard to fill this thing's break bar, though. Unless we broke it earlier and we're just refilling it, and I somehow missed that. If Minoko survives this next round, it'd be a shame if they were to target him. If Clair Obscur targets Minoko, it's all on me to keep him alive.
Watch out, my L.
It's a party attack. No! I almost thought that I missed it. I definitely feel like I hit the button too soon. I was going to say at the start of his next round, it looks like we're going to be doing the best win to spin that wheel around a couple of times, and then we're going to do, because it's on just the right place for it, if we do the heal, he'll also get back 40% of his health. That is the move. Get everyone else regen up too. Clair Obscur is no longer burning, by the way, I just realized. Probably should reignite that fire. Ooh, you know what? Let's do sabotage. Why not? Especially because he gets to go again, having now set up a mark. Follow that up with this.
Time to strike.
Man, I was so demoralized by so many failings. Base attack can break? Wait a second, that's big. That's a good one. In fact, we should probably give that Picto to somebody. Verso, what are your current Pictos? We've got more Luminas than I realized. Let's see. Base attack, base attack. Here's the thing. We can use any of these as Lumina if we want to. Base attack, 1 AP on base attack. We got to pick one of these. I'm going to say augmented attack. And here's what I'm going to do, because I always forget the name of them when we go over to the Lumina to apply them. I'm taking a picture of augmented attack. We're going to swap augmented attack out with the new one we just unlocked, the name of which I have forgotten. Let's go through them one at a time, because I always forget. No longer gain AP. Nope. Not applying shell. Nope. Damage taken. Nope. 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 What was it called? I don't even remember what it did now, is the problem. We move away from the screen, And I also forgot what the new one did. So I don't even remember what it is I'm looking for until I go through them one at a time and read them. Was it healing parry? No, that's a good one, though. It wasn't an energizing jump either. Gosh darn it, we've gone through the whole list. I'm just going to have to read them all. Base attack can break. That's it! It's literally right at the top. It's break. Thank you, Kevin. It was break attack, yeah. My brain just doesn't recall the information. I've already forgotten what we swapped it out with, too, but I took a picture. It's augmented attack. Okay, so I'm ready this time. I'm ready. We've got augmented aim, too. Yeah, we do a lot of free aiming with him. We ought to have that on there, as well as augmented attack. And we have 20 more Lumina. 20% counterattack damage? Yeah, do that too. Should probably have that on there. Apply rush for 3 turns on battle start. There we go, yeah. 50% increase break damage with free aim shots. Yeah, do that. What else? Critical burn. Chance on burning enemies. On death, deal damage to all enemies. AP on killing an enemy. Gain powerful if fighting alone. AP on breaking a target. You typically break targets. That's good for you to have. If exhausted, yeah, okay, that'll do. That'll do just fine. What about you? You've got 25 available? Let's see. Accelerated, gain rush if fighting alone. First hit. Yep, break damage. She breaks on occasion. Break damage. She also does free aim quite a bit. We'll put auto rush on her as well. And 1 AP on perfect dodge. No, we try to parry. We try to parry. Breaking a target, yeah, that's good. And then you as well. What do you... You won't have really anything. You have 20 left? We'll put auto rush on him. Base attack has 1 extra hit. We end up base attacking with him on occasion. It comes up. Somehow. We haven't done, like, a refresher on everyone's weapons as well. There are probably some good ones out there.
Interesting.
But I like the buffs we're getting from everyone's current weapons that are equipped. So, is this just carrying on? Looks like we have to go back across the way anyway. Okay. This appears to be... Okay, the rain is coming down pretty hard now. There's quite a bit of wind. Let me check my family here. Oh, here we go. Okay, 320... Might be... That's an odd time to start. So we might not actually make it all the way before I have to go, but at the same time I don't really know if I want to go if it's coming down that hard. Let's carry on. We'll fight the 3 of them, or the 2 of them. Sorry, now I sound like I'm really distracted. It's only because I am. By the fact that I've now gotten a flurry of messages where we were getting actual information about when we're doing the thing.
You're outmatched.
We're going to try to focus all of our attacks on just one of these fellas.
My lovely feet.
This is what I mean. He's never ready to do anything useful. At least now he does 2 hits on his base attack. It's something. It's better than nothing. Good, yeah, enrage him. That's fine. That's fantastic, actually. Dodge out of the way after the attack hits.
Watch out, my ally.
That's pretty satisfying.
For now.
Okay, so now we got shields and enraged. I don't know how long enraged lasts. All you gotta do is wait for the sword to start moving before you do your parries. I'm saying this to myself. That's all you gotta do, Reese.
Take down the shields.
Let's carve a path.
Okay, so you don't actually have a shield. Which is convenient. I kind of feel like Minoko should be able to take him down with even just a basic attack, so we'll move on to attacking this one.
Time to strike.
Depending on when Minoko's got queued up and ready to go. Okay, interesting. You might go ahead and do this then. Keeping in mind that if we don't defeat them, they both go twice next round. But if we can just... Oh! Isn't that a beautiful thing? How much damage does this deal? We don't want to waste all of our... Yeah, we don't want to do that. Well, there's not really any point, actually. And neither of them are going to burn long enough for it to matter. Whack him. Really? That didn't kill it? Well, we shouldn't have done that then, should we? It all worked out in the end. Just dodge? Yeah, I should. I should just dodge. You have to understand the way my brain works, though. You get to retaliate on a parry. So I should just get good at parrying. And I'm never going to get good at parrying if I'm always just dodging instead. That's how my brain sees it, alright? Now, you could make the argument that if you get really good at dodging, you get a bunch of perfect dodges, and then you can just start hitting the parry button instead with the same timing. You're correct. That is correct. That is in fact, that's the right mindset to have. But my brain, like once I'm in the combat encounter, it shifts away from rational thought and goes to a place that I can't follow. It just does its own thing. Once I'm actually in the combat encounter, I really don't have much say in what happens. It's entirely out of my control. What's going on over here? I see another blue... Oh, that's a sword. I thought that was like a blue shimmer of something we could collect. There's a purple shimmer of something we can collect over here. It's gonna definitely be worth it, I think. Probably gonna be like an epic Picto. Deal 300% more damage, but take 500% more damage. Ultimate legendary Picto. Must collect it before the end. Also, we're getting free XP from these guys. So, I mean, it's not free. We're working for it. We are working for the XP we're getting in here. But if we leave this area having gone up a couple of levels... That would be a crazy Picto, yeah. Okay, here we go. The frozen attack we're really bad at, because that attack always comes way sooner than expected. And that one, for some reason, even though you see it telegraphed, gets me every time. It's okay. It's all okay. It's all okay. Life goes on. I need an object. I need like a fiddle thing, something I can fiddle with, like a toothpick or something. We're gonna go again. We're gonna go try again. We're not gonna heal the party because we've only got one more chroma elixir. I'm assuming there's gonna be a final thing we have to face around here, and I would rather go into that fight with like fully healed than this one, especially because this one feels like it should be simple. If we just do it better.
Ready to strike. You're outmatched. Time to strike.
Go.
A bit of violence, yes.
Try this move instead. Already off to a better start. Only have to deal with one of them now. And whatever they bring our way, we're ready for. Fire attack. We know what to do here. Nope. Immediately did it wrong. still, I mean, we basically won now. By just making sure we only had to deal with one of their attacks at the start of this, we've effectively guaranteed our own victory.
Cut him down.
Part of me does kind of want to leave here now, though, based on what Vanto was saying. Head back to the camp, upgrade everyone's weapons once we get to the next flag. Assuming we can fast travel at the flags, we can leave this place pretty easily. What are you? You're just chroma catalyst is all it is. Again, if we were back at a camp or we had an easy way to get back to a camp. Seems like a lot of hassle to go through, but it has been a while since we've tended to our weapons, and we have picked up a bunch of chroma catalysts of all different types and tiers. Oh, look, speaking of, there's a flag. Is this a thing? Does this lead to something? I think this is just like a lookout ledge where you can stand and observe. Yes, indeed. Okay. Let's finally rest. Oh, look, we can go back to the continent right here. And fast travel we have. So I think we're at Tainted Lumiere. Is that where we're at right now? Let's do it. Let's go back to the continent for a second. We'll go into the camp. And we'll have a quick gander. We're not going to have chats with everyone, unless there are chats to be had. I wouldn't imagine there would be, because we've not done anything since the last time we were here.
Still thinking about what you saw.
I wish Gustav was here.
Oh, apparently we can spend time with the characters right now. Well, maybe. I mean, there might be a benefit to spending time with them and building up some rapport. We might unlock additional abilities or the like. But first off, let's have a conversation with the curator. We still don't have what we need to max out our energy tent. What we do have, though, is the ability to start upgrading some weapons here. So we've got 68 resplendent chroma catalysts. So I think that we want to go ahead, potentially. Depends on, like, does it always cost 2, or do we reach a point where it costs more than 2? It costs 3? Regardless of cost, we're going to max out my L's. There we go. So to actually get to 20, we need a grandiose chroma catalyst. We're not doing that on anyone else's. We are going to upgrade everyone's, though. So we've never really were super sold on his. The reversing the bestial wheel was cool, but start battle in agile mask. Free aim shots. Start battle in balanced mask. Parries increase the bestial wheel. Okay. Agile, starting in agile or starting in balanced. There's mechanics to be had in both of those. Thing is, this one's already past level 9. Like, it's already broken that barrier. We'd have to upgrade it a couple of times to make the output, like the damage output, compatible. I mean, it doesn't take much to break that barrier, though. What would be better, I wonder? Free aim shot, spin the bestial wheel to a random value. Being able to, using a single AP, effectively change what we might be like getting a buff on could be useful. Potentially. We're not changing his. The ability to play after a base attack, like, I don't even care what anything else does. Yeah, rate can't be lower than C. Don't lose rate on tank. No, we're not even gonna poke around. We really like this setup. We will go ahead and we will we'll upgrade it a couple of times, maybe up to level 15. Sounds pretty good to me. We're not gonna worry about the backup squad, useful as they can be. I want to experiment with that one. I want to experiment with that one a little bit. Let's go back over to Minoko. And let's swap him over to free aim shots, spin the bestial wheel. It also changes his element to lightning. That has me a little bit curious. So I've just got a summons from the family that we are ready to start Father's Day stuff. So I guess it's a good thing we went back to the camp. I'm going to go ahead and call it here. And when we come back to the game in the future, potentially we'll be ending it. I feel like we're probably close. But thank you for joining me over on the Twitch there, Kevin. And thank you to everyone who joined me wherever you might have watched. Until next time, God bless each and every one of you. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream for the vertical now. That was a fun little experiment. Bye. And we will also say goodbye to everyone else watching. God bless all of you. Happy Father's Day, and I will see you later. Goodbye. Where's the button that ends this?